We're live Friday night footy coming on up, and we are on. Hey guys, how you going to the BKR Sport? We've got a bit of a, we'll see how we go in this game. Obviously, these two teams don't like each other, but I think it's the next game that obviously we're all thinking about between the Rabbitohs and the Roosters. But this game here, the Canterbury Bulldogs taking on the Manly Sea Eagles. I guess if the Bulldogs lose, they could still finish in the bottom four, depending on other results this week. Manly will, no matter what, stay in 11th. They won't go up, they won't go down. They will stay in 11th there. So it's a bit of a nothing game here. It is obviously the final round of the season, so this is to be expected. So it's probably going to be a bit more of a chill stream, this one. But hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here. Let's go and have a look at what the two team lineups are for this game. And then obviously later on we will be streaming as the Sydney Roosters take on the South Sydney Rabbitohs to see who gets the home ground advantage next week in the finals. But Corey Waddell, Declan Casey, and Tavita Pangai Cat Jr., they're coming in here for the Dogs with Harrison Edwards, Josh Mustuckey, and Curtis Marine going out. Jake Averillo is the fullback today, with Jacob Carraz and Josh Hadakar on the wings, Aaron Schupp and Braden Burns in the centres. Matty Burton and Kyle Flanagan in the halves, with Max King and Paul Vaughan in the front row. Jerry Marshall King is the number 9 today, with Corey Waddell and Raymond Fatala-Mariner in the back row. Josh Jackson is the lock. Zach Docker-Clay, Joe Stimson, Chris Patolo, and Tavita Cat Jr. are the interchange today, with Declan Casey as the 18th man replacement. Then we go to Manly, a couple of ins and outs here. Andrew Davey and Zach Fulton coming in. So Andrew Davey's last game before I believe he goes to Parramatta next year. I'm not sure, but he does definitely go to another team next year. Davey. And out is Brad Parker and the Instagram blogger himself, Josh Aloye. KO Weeks is the fullback today, with Raymond Tuiaumalo Vaenga, with Christian Tuipulotu on the wings, Tolotau Kuola and Ben Trbojevic in the centres. Halves today is Kieran Foran, his last ever game for Manly, and then Cherry Evans in the halfback role. Obviously, Kieran Foran going to the Titans next year. Tofofo Sipoli and Martin Tapau in the front row. Lockie Croker is the number 9, with Hamali Olakawatu and Andrew Davey in the back row. Dylan Walker, also his last game with the club. He goes to the Warriors next year in the lock. Interchange, Joshy Schuster, Ethan Bullimore, Kurt DeLuey, and James Romanos in the interchange, with Zach Fulton as the 18th man replacement. So, yeah, there you go, guys. That's the two team lives here for today. I'm going to back in the Dogs, but honestly, this game is just completely up in the air. I do believe that the Dogs, they've kind of done their dash in regards to their end of the season form they normally do show, just like the Titans do. They did their little dash and then got beaten, heavily. Was it last week, 2 weeks in a row? Was it 2 weeks in a row? Now they've been. One second, let's go have a look at last week's result. I think they got beaten pretty badly last week. 16-0. But it was a shocking performance by the Sharkies, and they still won 16-0. Like, it was a really bad performance there to get that duck for the Dogs. And the week before that was when they lost by 42-6 to the Parramatta Squeals. So, yeah, look, the Dogs had a bit of form when Nick Potter came in, but then obviously that new coach scenario, kind of playing for the new coach did fade, and now the Dogs are kind of back to where they were pre the sacking of Trent Barrett. So it just kind of obviously does show to you guys, when a new coach comes in, back a team to probably win a game or two, and then normality will normally resume, and it exactly has done here. Manly literally not playing for anything. I have no idea what we're going to see for them today. So I did take the Dogs in my tipping. I'm screwed if I get this wrong, because that would mean I'd be 0-2. That would mean that I would be 0-2. But like I said, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're around here. Probably going to be a chill stream because this game just doesn't mean anything. But yeah, let's have a good time. Let's have a good time here for what we can on the final weekend, because there's going to be a few games, unfortunately, that just don't really have too many ramifications at all. But you just have to respect it for what it is. Brian Roberts says Adakar 150th. I don't know about you, but I thought he was around longer than that. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know this was his 150th. Good on him. Maybe that means the Bulldogs might win this game then for him. I'm not too sure. Monster says, who are you captain this week on Fantasy, Dog? So I actually don't play NRL Fantasy, unless you're talking about Premier League Fantasy. Are you talking about Premier League Fantasy or are you talking about NRL Fantasy? If you're talking about Premier League, I'm probably going to Captain Haaland or Kevin De Bruyne. But then Harry Kane's a good shout there at going up against Fulham at home. But I don't know if you were talking about NRL Fantasy or Premier League Fantasy. I actually don't play NRL Fantasy, but next year I will be, so there'll be content surrounding that. Blake House, I think Manly get the win. I'm not surprised either way, to be honest with you, man. I'm not surprised either way. Blake Harler says, I think Manly get the win. Mickle says, how do you... Mickle says, how do you feel about Para playing Titans next week at GC? Yeah, it's going to be interesting, mate. It's going to be very interesting. I think Titans obviously beat them by about 40, but in the same sense, it's going to be interesting to see Parramatta come up to the Gold Coast and, get slapped. Sachin Kelson says, this has dribbler game all over it. Mate, it's got dribbler game written all over it. So there's nothing there that says it's going to be a good game. It could be a close game, but it's like there's no oomph there because no one gives a shit, really. If the Dogs lose this game, they can still, I think, technically speaking, they could still get... No, they can't get last anymore, sorry. They could technically still finish 15th. And it's actually not too terrible a shout for them to do that. Oh, well, the Knights have to beat the Sharks. I doubt that's happening. Actually, no, the lowest that the Dogs can go is actually 14th because the Titans and Warriors do play each other. But if the Titans are to win the game against the Warriors and the Doggies lose this game, pretty much the Dogs will go below the Titans there. Warriors will be below the Titans. The Titans can still finish this weekend off in 12th, which is pretty impressive considering how bad our season's been so far. Truckendale says, although happy, his birthday was yesterday, now it's today as well. Callum Murphy says, 4 and 13 plus, I like it. Now that's the thinker right there. Pre-dribble before the big dance. Tommy says, what's interesting is when Des Hasler was at the Bulldogs, they had a 7-game winning streak over Manly, and now he's back at Manly. Manly has a 7-game winning streak over the Dogs. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know about that. I guess he just knows how to play the opposition team quite well. I don't think, obviously, the Des Hasler it has necessarily, I guess, worked out for Desi Hasler back at Manly, and I don't know about them next year either. Tom Twitch comes back, but they've got no real 5'8" now unless they use Josh Schuster there. But I don't necessarily believe he's a player for a 5'8" role there. Obviously, they're really going to miss Kieran Foran. They should not let Kieran Foran go to the Titans. And he is going, I can guarantee you that. I know that Manly fans have been begging and pleading, and I'm very well aware that Manly have tried to contact him on multiple occasions to try and get him to come back. It's not happening. So the fact of the matter is that they've kind of made a mistake next year. I'm really not too sure how they go about it. Maybe people will be saying Tom Poirier 6. It's not happening, guys. Not all fullbacks translate to where I'm a 6, right? Jaden Campbell, not a 6. Right, Tommy Poirier, not a 6. Like, just leave them in the fullback role, and find somebody else for that 6 role. But it's Manly's own doing for letting them go. Michael says Tigers first spoon as a joint venture coming up. They would need an absolute miracle for it to change. They would need the Titans to lose by about 40, or by 1, and then win their game over the Raiders, who have to win to make the 8. They would have to, win by a decent, like 80 points, something like that. It's pretty much inevitable. Parramatta says Rabbitohs are going to win. That's cool. That's not this game, though. Not this game. Ballyford says, I'm only going to pay half attention to this one. Just wait for the next game. Yeah, no one really cares too much about this game. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a very chill stream. It's going to be a very chill stream because it's just this game doesn't mean anything. Really, but I thought I'd still stream it. I may as well. Sebastian Grammars, Manly have fallen off greatly since last season. Last chance to seal things with some honour. But they've got excuses this year. Like Tom Travojevic should go down very early. He was the only reason that they were even like they were last year. He just had an absolutely monumental season, and even he couldn't pull them over the line. Now they've kind of come back down to reality a little bit without Travojevic, and people kept saying that it's not a one-man team. Cherry Evans more important. You've been proven wrong here. You've been absolutely blatantly proven wrong. But some Manly fans will still refuse to agree with that one. But it's pretty painfully obvious at this point that Tom Trbojevic was the be-all and end-all of Manly last season. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if they can bounce back next year. If they have a good season next year with Tom Trbojevic there, then that's proof in the pudding. Jordan Cochran says, are you going for Manly Bulldogs? I don't really kind of care who wins this game. I guess I'll go for Manly, but the result doesn't really matter to anybody. Logan Ballsack says, Bulldogs have been a bit shit recently, but Manly have just been shithouse. Bulldogs by about 10 to 14. I can see Bulldogs by 10 to 14. These two teams do also kind of hate each other. They do definitely have a rivalry. I'm not too sure why we're looking at... Are we just looking at big plays being made or something like that? There's like highlights being shown. I think they're just showing big plays. I'm not too sure what's going on there. But yeah, I can see Bulldogs winning by 10-14. I can see Bulldogs winning by a lot. I can see Manly winning a close one. I can see Bulldogs winning a close one. It's a game that means nothing. So honestly, expect any result. They're showing us the highlights of that Tigers Roosters game, that best game of all. I actually arguably say it's the second best game of all time. I still think that I think now that we're not in the moment, I think I'd put that third set of Origin game this year as second, and I'd probably still put that Tigers-Roosters game as the number one game that I've ever watched. Parramatta says, I don't know who's going to win out of Bulldogs or Manly. Well, that's what we're all wondering. Blake says, let's try make this game interesting with a bet, $20 donation if Manly win 1-12. Okay, here we go. Oh, Blake, you've also got that other bet. We've still written it down. You've also got that other bet for tonight, which is the Roosters game. Gee whiz, looking forward to that one. So Blake Harler. What have we got here? So we've got Manly 1-12. Ooh, man's gone Manly 1-12. Okay. Interesting. I've gone Doggies here, but, interesting. All right, Manly 1-12. Manly race to 20. Manly race to 20. So you're thinking a high scoring game. Is it raining in Sydney? Because I know obviously it's raining on the Gold Coast. Is it raining down there in Sydney? Race to 20 and quarter anytime try scorer. Oh geez, there's a lot of things here, bro. There's a lot that needs to come off here. Cola anytime try scorer. Under 54. Bro, this ain't coming off. What you mean? Manly 1-12, Manly race to 20. So that means that minimum it's going to be like, bro, this can't even really come off. You've got such fine room here if you've got under 54.5 points. Because you've got Manly race to 20 and 1-12, and you're expecting Manly to be able to score high, but the Bulldogs to be able to keep it close. I don't think this is nearly even possible. I actually don't know if first try 8 minutes or later. I don't know if this is possible. It might be very slightly possible, but I'm not too sure. It definitely, you'd only have like an 8 to 10 point period here. This could be right. I'll still write it down though. Anytime try scorer under 54.5 points. Yeah, this is going to be so hard to come off, bro. This is ridiculous. I think there's only like a 10-point gap that you've got here that can happen. Throw it and hope I don't. Yeah, but I just don't. I think there's like a 6 to 10 point gap that can only happen there. What was the other one? And first try 8 minutes or later. First try 8 minutes. First try. Yeah, yeah. This is going to be so hard, man. First try after 8. There you go. For $20 redos. Lamb Ball says, it puts a smile on my face. The Broncos 97% are out of reach. Watching like the toxic Broncos fans trying to get out of the situation makes it even better. Oh yeah, it's quite funny. It's quite funny. It's all part of it though, man. They give it. They better be able to take it. They gave it to me all season. Well, guess what? We're both going to win the exact same amount of trophies this year, and we're also both going to be finishing off our season at the exact same time. The debate's too involved for me too early. Bright Robert says, gee whiz, Blake, no, why don't ya? Bob says 22-12 and all as well. I just quickly tried to bet on. Tasman getting around the doggies. He's getting around the doggies here. So the dogs are coming out to the field, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and a subscribe. Logan Balzac says, what do you mean Titans getting minor premiership? They are getting minor premiership. You are right. You are right. You are right. Special comment says, is Blake's the most peculiar bet ever? I wouldn't say it's the most peculiar bet, but it's definitely that he didn't think too much through it, because Manly race to 20 would effectively mean, like, I guess you could have like a 20-8 scoreline, but you're really cutting it thin. And then under 54.5 points is possible. Like, it's definitely possible, but with the two teams having poor defense, I'd probably disagree there. First try after 8. If it's after 8 minutes, and that means the defenses aren't actually that bad in this game. So I guess that 54.5 points makes sense. But yeah, that's a very hard one to come off there. Anybody says you've got to get around the doggies, Daz? Well, he's a dog thing. And Blake Harlan says at least we have the Roosters game, which isn't bad. No, the Roosters game that's a good bet. That's a good bet. All right, here we go. Bob says minor premiership already got given to the Titans. It already got given, mate. It already got given at the beginning part of the year. Logan Ball says, just got to love, though, for like 3 weeks straight, the Titans' point differential hasn't changed. It's been fantastic, mate. It's just been absolutely fantastic. It's been a fantastic season. Manly racing at 20 knock-ons, I think he meant. Well, here comes the local alcoholic Tigers fan. But Manly will kick this ball off now, and the Doggies will bring it out of their own 10. Jason Dearham says, Bulldogs vs Knights for 997 grand final. Knights 30, Bulldogs 28. Nah, that was Knights. That was Knights versus Manly. Bulldogs versus Knights in the 997 grand final? No, you mean Knights Manly. That was the Super League year when the Sharks took on the Broncos and Manly took on the Knights, if I'm not mistaken. David says this looks like a Roosters home game. Oh! I thought there was a strip there for some reason. I don't know what was happening. So third tackle here for the Doggies. Their third 3 meters out here from their own line. RVB says, can you put the game as background, but slice it so we don't see it properly? Bro, no. Ryan Zarkle says, real thrill this will be. Yeah. So fit tackle now for the doggies. They're going to be under 45. This is a bit of a weird Bulldogs jersey, to be honest with you. I keep nearly going to say Eels. I don't know why. It's kind of a weird Bulldogs jersey. Very, very blue. And they're going to get Manly go out to the left-hand side here. Nice take there by their fullback, who I'm actually not too sure his name. Oh, Ko Weeks is the fullback, that's right. NFT jersey. Yeah, I get it. I understand the business venture, Daz, but it's really, yeah, it's just very, very bright. Jason says, Knights and Manly. RVB has street smarts. Yeah, RVB has street smarts, except for the fact that the NRL do actually intend to watch these videos to make sure that they aren't showing live footage. Because there's been plenty of times before where people have been copywritten on YouTube specifically. We all got copywritten at the same time during Origin Game 1 in 2020. All the people who were doing it, even though we weren't doing anything wrong. Ryan Zagus says the dog shirt looks nice. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Lion Ball says wear sunglasses while streaming so you can watch from your sunnies. Yeah, just without the yeah part. So the dogs now get this ball here at the 10. Costs $25 for KO. That's like it's not anything outrageous, you know. Like you're watching an illegal stream. Yeah, well, you're trying to watch an illegal stream. Like there's no surprises where you cannot see the footage. So second tackle now here. The doggies 35 metres out here from the line. It's an awkward designer. Yeah, he's kind of awkward. That's going to be a penalty here to the Dogs. That was terrible there from Manly. Why would you give away that penalty? I am a fan of Rabbitohs. Wait, he said, what you mean it was dry? Someone said that this was dry. It is raining. You muppet man. Deary me. It's raining in the Gold Coast and it's raining there in Sydney as well. Boy, oh boy, 14-day free trial as well. Oh, is it not a month anymore? It used to be a month. It used to be 1 month free trial. Bulldogs jersey looks like the Eels when you look at it. Yep, said that 5 minutes ago. So it's going to be Dogs with the ball here, 30 metres out here from the line. K really shocking sometimes. Sometimes it goes months, no lag, and then it will lag for weeks, I swear. Yeah, K's been fine for me recently, though. I wasn't letting me ring you. Oh, good, I flooded Maxi King. Marshall King now with the ball. Go, Marshall King. What a run. So their second tackle now, 10 metres out from the line. Here come the Doggies. They're going to go right-hand side. Blake is not looking great for you. Bet if they score here. Oh, they're going to be down the right-hand side. And it's going to be out. I don't know what's happening. Oh, that was really strange. Never says, hey, Blaze. Hello, mate. Sabi says, who do you tip in this? I tipped the Dogs, but I'm not convinced with... Yeah, he's definitely has gone on the sideline there. I'm not convinced with either of these two teams. There's a reason why, the Bulldogs, they lose this, can still finish in 14th. There's a reason why Manly can't make the 8 and are literally in their own spot where they cannot go up and they cannot go down. They're just solidified into 11th place for this season. And obviously their season was over once they got beaten by 40-odd points by the Titans. You can't be conceding that many points to a team at the time that was in last place. It was a impressive win there for the Gold Coast, but Manly just fell apart after... Oh, that's a good tackle at the 43rd tackle now. Manly fell apart after their whole, jersey pride situation, which wasn't exactly fantastic. Tommy says, just say both teams are shit players. Well, both teams are shit. I'm not trying to hide that. So, fourth tackle now for Manly. They're away here! Top of us, in with the big fella! Offloads it inside to the Walker. Walker back inside, Cherry Evans! Try time for Manly. Try time for the Manly. Try time for the Manly. 4-0, he would have hit to come. Right in front, be 6-0. Long neck Muppet, Dasmane says. He does have a long neck and he is a Muppet, but he does have a try. The Daily Cockator. Noguini says Dogs by 20. Yeah, well, you're down by 4 and about to be down by 6. So, best of luck. Dogs by 20 in these weather conditions. But Blake, your bet's already over. Blake, your bet is already over. I told you this is a tough one, man. I told you that was a tough bet to be going off there. I probably would have agreed with you though, pre-game about the after 8-minute mark, due to the rain. Obviously, the rain didn't affect this one, but it was really poor defense there from the Dogs. If shit had a definition, it would be their two teams. These two teams. They're definitely up there. William says, who scored? It was Daly Cherry Evans. Lucky Brian, who you got for Penrith versus North Queensland? So I did actually put a tipping video out on Wednesday. If you want to go check out all my tips for the entire round. But I took the Cowboys because Penrith were resting like 12 players. And the Cowboys could easily rest players too because the Storm lost. So they know no matter what they'll get third. The Sharks are going to get second. They're not losing to the Knights. So yeah, I've gone with the Cowboys there at home over Panthers who won't be playing any of their players. But if the Cowboys rest their players, then God help anyone who tips that game. Danny Mason says, have you got some Premier League streams this weekend, Blaze? Yeah, all my streams are down here. I haven't actually got the Chelsea versus... I've got the Gold Rush stream as well. That I haven't put up onto that section yet. I've been so busy. And I've also haven't put the Sunday games up yet. But yeah, as you can see down there, they're all the streams we do on the weekend. You explained it once, RBB. Yeah, some people don't have it going all there. Like, they think they're smart. They think they're very smart by saying, well, do this and then the NRL won't know. It's like... You're literally looking for an illegal stream, lad. Like, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. You're looking for an illegal stream and then surprised that someone's not publicly broadcasting it. Like, you're a moron. Like Brian says, you stream the Rugby Championship. I'll be doing the Wallabies game on Saturday. Absolutely. I'll be doing the Wallabies versus South Africa game. That's going to have a lot of banter right outside here. And Tuipulotu taking out the 30. Still going in Tuipulotu. Offloaded to Cherry Evans, who's playing as a winger. What's Cherry Evans doing on the wing, you cat? Left hand side now, Olakawatu will get this ball to the 45. Third tackle now. But yeah, no, it's going to be some good banter, good sledging in that Wallabies versus South Africa game because all the South Africans will be awake this time round. Well, they'll all be awake this time round. Last game they would have been all like it would have been like 3 a.m. or something like that. Manly 4th tackle here. Manly are killing the Dogs right now. Oh, jeez, he just nearly went through their kids up, but it'll be 5th tackle now. 25 metres out, left-hand side here. Manly, faker, Dylan Walker gives it off to the big fella who kicks it through, and he's a muppet. This is really raining heavily right now. This is really pouring. Like, this is, like Vossi just said, it is monsoonal. This is wild. This is wild how much this is raining. It's going to be a penalty here to the Dogs. Guys, this is going to be such a weird game because it is absolutely pouring down in Sydney right now. And also, this will affect the Allianz game later on tonight as well. Dasmo says, damn, it's pissing down. Lucky O'Brien says, who you got winning the premiership? I can't go past Panthers. I'd love the Sharkies. So, Hayden, Entertain House, actually bought the tickets last night. So, myself and Entertain House will be going to the grand final regardless for the vlog. And then I'll be flying straight to Fiji the next day to see my family, which is pretty good to... Pretty excited, but that's still a month away, obviously. But yeah, Hayden bought the tickets last night, so we're going to be rocking and rolling. And it's in good seats too. We're on the try line. We're on the try line on the... I was about to say this side. You guys won't get that. But it's on the try line, which will be fantastic seats, like 14 rows back. It's pretty good. Still more fans than a dry Roosters game. Lucky Bruns, you going to Fiji? Of course, I'm going back to see my family for a couple of months. But I'll still be live streaming the Rugby League World Cup, FIFA World Cup, Premier League, all of the likes. Left-hand side here for the Doggies. They're 30 minutes out. Good defense there for Manly. There you go, taking another 30. If the Springboks lose the 4th consecutive contest against the Wallabies, I know where to find Moas, despite him being hidden here. Is he on somebody else's stream, is he? Oh, jeez, that was actually nice work. Very, very dangerous, though, in these conditions. KO Weeks here brings the ball up to 10. That is super, super, super dangerous there to pass that ball in these wet conditions. Titans, they are first and undefeated, Lucky O'Brien. They are very much. They're very much so. Very much so. Alright, so second tackle now, and they'll get this ball to the 20. Third tackle here for Manly. 9 minutes gone here. Fetty Brown says, I'd be screaming and crying if the Titans win the grand final. Yes, you know, we've got a whole year to wait still. So fourth tackle now for Manly, left-hand side. And it's going to be Tofa Sipoli, who's had a good start here, brings out to 35. So slowed down the rate. It's not as heavy as it was just a few moments ago. Fifth tackle here, kicks the forearm. We'll kick this one down for a 40-20 attempt. Oh, jeez, that was close. Jeez, that was close. 10 minutes gone here, guys. 10 minutes gone. Hit that thumbs up button. Obviously, subscribe if you're new around here. 10 minutes gone. Sebastian says, yes, I'll just make sure to slag him off just a bit until I get bored. Should be cracking 5 hours. Just blow him a kiss me and tell him I send my regards. Dasmate says, Titans going to hit the 50-point mark on the ladder this week. I like it. Yeah, I like it. They play tomorrow, obviously, and then, you know, they're only 2 points away from hitting the 50-point mark, which is undefeated, which is just absolutely surreal. So, right-hand side now, and they're going 6 again, even the Doggies, and they'll get the ball to the attacking 40. 25 says 2 goals apiece in the AFLW game. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. No one cares about the AFLW game. What's your opinion of the fall of the Melbourne Storm? There's no fall of the Melbourne Storm. Jerome Hughes was out last night, and Ryan Pappenhausen's been out for half the season. Like, they haven't got a full team. Like, yes, obviously they didn't play exactly fantastic, and yet still only lost by like 4 or 6 points last night. Despite the fact that they were pretty outdone for most of the game, only lost by 6 to a pretty good Eels team that is very hot and cold. So there's no fall here. The only reason that I guess they're not as good as they normally are is because of the fact that obviously Jerome Hughes was out, and also Pappenhausen's been out half the season. So I struggle to see them winning the comp, but I wouldn't say it's a fall necessarily. Fit tackle over the Dogs. They're 5 metres out from the line. Right hand side, they give it off here to Burton. Burton kicks it through. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So it will be a 7 tackle set here to Manly. I love how Vossi's saying it was like it pretty clearly went out there. Buck comes down. That Bulldog shows he's pure vomit. Yeah, I don't like it. Someone said before that it was nice. I don't like it. It kind of, from a distance, I kept thinking that I was saying Parramatta. I kept going to say the Eels. Kieran Foran's having a good start here. Ballyforce is Victor Radley named for tonight? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Second tackle now for the men Shingles. And they'll be taking down 32 metres. Yeah, RVB, you're probably about one time out away from being hidden from the channel. So I know that you feel really tough behind the computer screen, but like, you're a little bitch, mate. So third tackle now for Manly, 32 metres. Yeah, actually just hide RVB. You're a waste of space, man. So Manly now left-hand side gets ball to the 30. Fourth tackle. Neymar Ululu says, bonjour, Roosters or South. I'm taking the Roosters. There'll be a very close game, especially in these wet conditions. So right-hand side here for Cherry Evans. They're going to get this ball. Olakawatu. Oh, good run by Olakawatu. He's still going here. He's still going here, Olakawatu. Taking down to the 10. Here we go. Manly fit tackle now. Dasmay starting to have heart palpitations. Lachlan Croker, left-hand side. Oh! That's going to be a knock-on there on fit tackle. Dude, man. Oh, Mark, he's gone and played himself. He said Storm with another S. Penalty Manly. Oh, Marky Mark. Unfortunately, sir, Storm only has one S in it, as at the beginning. Unfortunately for you, so we'll see you in 5 minutes. Selection finds Jimmy Timbers RVB. Yeah, he's a scary bloke. He's a scary bloke. He's a very scary bloke. So 10 metres out of the line. First tackle, the rain's pouring down again. Right hand side is a major error, Sebastian. It's very major. It's you can't get bigger than that on this channel besides pineapple on pizza, And I might have to eat that considering right hand side Manly. Should be an easy try. Is an easy try. That's going to be 10-0 here with a kick to come. I'm looking like a punishment is coming. I'm looking like a punishment is coming. I'm about to be 0-2 at this rate. I'm going to be 0-2 at this rate. Oh, boy. So 10-0 here. 27 minutes to go the first half. And the Bulldogs getting a little bit of the slabby slap right now. Getting a little bit of the slabby slap right now. Jeez, look at that defense from Josh Adokar, though. That's on Adokar. It's not on his centre. That's on Adokar, though. Look at... I'm sorry, but you can't... No. No, mate. Sasha Kelton says, that's rookie stuff from Mark. He's got to pull his head in. He's got to pull his head in, mate. He's got to pull his head in. Dasmay says, Dog's going to rule my perfect 1-0 tips. Well, you tipped the Eels last night, did you, Daz? Well, actually shows you're not really a Dogs fan, are you? Because I don't know any Eels fans who would tip the old bloody... Dogs fans who would tip the old Eels. I don't know that, Chevelle. I don't know that. I think something wrong with you. We know that. Zeldon says, who did you tip for last night's game? You should know, mate, because you should have watched my tipping video. Bright Robinson, they could come back. No dramas, Daz. I think there's dramas involved, but they could come back. So Manly here, Sherry Evans from the wing. Surely he can't get this. Surely he can't get this in these conditions. This would be such a good kick if he can make it from the right-hand side. And he will get... Oh, no, he's going to... Oh, hit the post. Oh, he's hit the post. It was a good strike. But unfortunately, the Doggies fans, Hoodoo will make sure he misses. There you go. You don't need to be sorry, man. You don't need to be sorry you didn't watch the video. Brighton Roberts says they could come back. No dramas, Daz. You need to settle yourself down. Daz has played DCE, the 5-head. His hairline's back near his ear. Okay. Alright, so Manly up 10-0 here, 14 minutes in the game, and they've done it pretty easy too. Like, the Dogs have been pretty poor. They have been pretty poor here in the wet weather condition. Imagine the scenes of, not playing one of these games at a 80,000 seater stadium when we're never going to get even close to 40,000, let alone 30,000. Like, why don't you just, man up admit you're wrong and play Dogs games out of bloody Belmore. Or play Dogs games out somewhere else. What's the point here? You're going to get probably more tickets to Belmore than you are to here. It's getting penalty to Manly here. You know, and it's like Sydney FC. Sydney FC are going to be having their home ground as Allianz. It's like, okay, cool, you're going to have a lot of empty seats there. That's fine. Guys, you don't need to compare yourselves to the AFL. NRL will get better numbers on TV rights, but the AFL gets better numbers in crowds because they've just got a really good culture of going to the game down there. So, like, it's just interesting to me that the NRL still forces the game to be played at these big stadiums. That says Belmore is free entry. It's free entry if you live close by, mate. Gold coin donation to get into Belmore. It's a gold coin donation. So third tackle now, 25 metres out here from the line. Martin Tapau. That's a 6 again here for Manly. Jeez, I tell you what, the Bulldogs not looking good here. Bulldogs not looking good here. Manly step around again. And they'll be about 8 metres out here from the line. First tackle. Just jump the fence. Yeah, just, you know, on the train, you know, just put the emergency stop button right next to the stadium and you can basically walk in. Oh, Manly. Oh, Bulldogs. Oh, no. Oh, this is going to get embarrassing at this point. Manly here, 8 metres out of the line. CommBank is better for regular games. CommBank is better for regular games because it doesn't look like it's so empty because the way it's built, you can definitely not notice as much. Kicks it through here. It's going to be a dropout here. That's a great kick. On. It's going to be a dropout. That didn't look like he put that ball down, though. Thomas says, I think Bulldogs will come 12th next year. A bit random, but okay. Savvy says, Dogs might lose Manly starting pretty well, then Bulldogs do good next year. I don't think the Bulldogs do that well next year. The Joshua says, stadiums like Seabus, AAMI, Bankwest and Queensland Country Bank are the perfect sizes. But Queensland Country Bank is still open, so it's not really like the stadiums that you've mentioned. AAMI, Bankwest and Seabus are all very similar in a lot of regards. Seabus is still very different to those two stadiums, but I get what you're trying to say there, but I wouldn't classify Queensland Country Bank as a similar stadium to Seabus, AAMI and Bankwest. CommBank, you mean, by the way. So first tackle now, it's going to be second tackle here for Manly. They'll be 10 metres out even the line. But yeah, I'd say those three stadiums are very similar, but the other one, not so much. William Cummins, do you think the Raiders will stay in the top 8? Yes, I do. Right hand side now, it would need a miracle for them not to. You know, they play the worst team in the comp. If they just win, then they go through. Unless the Broncos win by 80, or the Broncos win by 60, and then the Raiders only win by about, that's going to be a knock on there for the Dogs, so it's going to be fresh to the 60 for Manly. Tolota Kola. Who gets the ball 11 metres out of the line. Unless the Broncos win by 60 and the Rays only win by about 6, then it's just not going to happen. But, you know, dreams are free. So right hand side now, and it's going to be Hamoli Kawatu. Started off pretty nicely here at Guys' attack. Gets his ball 3 metres out here from the line now. Tasman says, Allianz is built just to have empty seats. Roosters, Sydney FC, and the Waratahs home ground. Waratahs, yeah, that was pretty mad going to Allianz back in the day. Kieran forward. Oh, jeez, he's close. That was pretty mad going to that Highlanders vs Waratahs knockout final and seeing some of the empty seats. So right hand side, out. Manny Tapau! Oh, no, yeah, he's got it. Martin Tapau there with try time. It'll be 14-0 with the hit to come. Sebastian Gomez, 100 viewers, pretty decent for this game. Make sure to like and subscribe. It is. You know, I was expecting to have like 40, to be completely honest with you, considering how much this game means nothing. And now, with the scoreline being this bad, it's not going to be that great. But yeah, Doggies, unfortunately, not looking the greatest right now. They're down 14-0 and Martin Tapau with the try time. Daz, mate, what's going on? Your team is going to make me have to do a punishment this week on my tipping video. I'm going to be 0-2, lad, but broski, mother bish, I'm going to be 0-2 after this tipping. Can you do something? Do something about this, man. Do something about this. I'm going to probably have to eat a pineapple on pizza. That's what I'm going to have to do. Or I've got some bloke saying, give me $100. I'm only allowing that for this one time. I'm not just... Otherwise, everyone's just going to say that. The Josh says the colours and design in Allianz looks good and will help the look of the crowds. Oh, I don't know about that. Of course, Stadium had these disgusting green-grey seats, which makes it look very empty. Blue makes it look way emptier. Look at Seabus. It looks very empty when it's even the weekend against the Knights game. It looked emptier, but it wasn't that empty. It was still 14,000 or so, 13,000 people at that Titans versus Knights game. So 16-0 hit at Manly. 21 minutes to go here the first half. But that Titans Knights game looked empty on TV. It wasn't at all. It's like 13,000, 14,000 people there. But you can definitely hear them. You can definitely hear them at that 80th minute mark as well. But no, I disagree with you. Allianz, the blue, it looks good, but it won't help in regards to making the crowds look good. No, blue is a very easy colour to see. So you look at Allianz, a core for example. A core stadium seats are blue. Definitely looks. You can definitely see the seats. I know it's raining, but in the same sense, if you look up towards the top part where it's like packed out right now, you can still clearly see the patches of where people aren't sitting. So no, I disagree with you in regards to blue seats looking better for the crowd. But 20 minutes to go to the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to our team. We'll be showing the Roosters versus Rabbitohs game right after this. It's going to be a huge game, that one. Huge game, looking forward to it. So Manly now, left-hand side, they get sport to the 40, third tackle. Temperature on stand, we're playing okay tonight. I don't think you've done anything special. I just think Dogs are playing very, very poorly. Very, very poorly. I should have gone Eels, Blaze, what can I say? I should have gone Eels, me, but, I say, there you go. Jackson's how Doggy's losing. So, the crazy thing is that the other team, Manly, right, they've actually put the ball over the line more times than the Bulldogs. So, in fact, that means that they are losing the game because they haven't scored as many points as the other team. So, 16-0 is the score. Means that obviously that Manly has scored 16 more points. And yeah, you know, that's how we got to this conclusion right now, that Manly have been the better team in this game. I'll just let you know how we work it out mathematically speaking. So fourth tackle now for Doggy is left-hand side, and Burton will kick this one into the corner. 40-20 attempt. Oh, well done by KO Weeks. Well done. Risky by KO Weeks, but well done. So KO Weeks brings the ball back to the 20. Mark says, when was Doggy's last win in the final? Last win of a grand final for the Dogs, 2004? That's a penalty to Manly, by the way. 2004? They were in two grand finals in 2014 and 2012, which Daz mate loves. He loves those grand finals, especially that 2014 one against the Rabbitohs. But 2004, it was Dogs versus Ty. Dogs versus who? Who did the Dogs play? Was it Dogs Roosters or Dogs Broncos, something like that? Who was the grand finalist alongside the Dogs in 2004? Can't remember. I would have been 10 years old at the time. Because Warriors' last grand final win was still coming, mate. Still coming. And will come for a long time. So first tackle, Roosters Dogs. So I was right first off. Just go with your gut, son. Oh! Is a knock on there. Is that the first knock on of the game in these conditions? Pretty impressive, actually. So that's going to be Carraz who gets the ball at the 50. Get Wise to me now says, if Manly beat the Dogs and Titans beat Warriors, Titans can finish 12th. Yeah, but also the Titans can finish 12th, but I guess I've tipped all incorrectly so far, so maybe the Titans do win tomorrow. And the Dogs now get scored to 30. I could be under 50%. Because the next game's hard to read too. Surely the Roosters win though, so I don't go 0-3. Surely. So third tackle now for the Doggies. They're 20 metres out here from Manly line. 20 metres out of a Manly line. Third tackle, right-hand side. They give it off here. These conditions are just dreadful here. And the Dogs look so poor. Marshall King, 15 metres out. He's obviously going to the Redcliffe Dolphins next year. Off it goes to Romanes. It's going to be Burton. Burton here on the inside to Shup. And Shup gets taken down at the 5. Gets taken down at the 5. So fifth tackle now. 5 metres out. Marshall King throws it all the way back inside to Flano. Flano here to... Oh, terrible kick. What? They call him penalty? Offside? Bullshit, bro. Bullshit referee. Bullshit. I call massive bullshit. I call massive bullshit here to the referee's call here. I call massive bullshit. It's not offside. Where was the offside? Who was offside? Not a single Manly player was offside. What are you talking about? What are you smoking, referee? Oh, Robert She's reading, thank you very much for the dollar dono. Boom, boom. Actually, that means I've got to change this. I've got to change this to $53 now. Look at us go. Look at us go. Bang. There we have it. $53 the coffee fund. Thank you very much to Robert She's reading. See what was with the Storm last night. No Jerome Hughes, no attack. First tackle here. 10 metres out. Left-hand side. Burton here underneath. Shortly try. Adokar. Oh, he's out. No. Adokar celebrating. This ain't a try, lads. He's clearly in a touch here. I don't even know why he's bothered celebrating. Like, they're not even going to check this. It's clearly out. That's mate celebrating, bro. Come on. I wouldn't even check this. I'm pretty certain he's clear. I'm pretty certain he's out. Voss is saying this one looked close. I don't think it looks close at all. I think he clearly goes out here beforehand. Yeah, very easily. I don't know what you're talking about, Voss. I don't know what you're talking about, my guy. He's like, his entire body is effectively out. Like, touching the flag. Crazy to see that Tashi actually made the right call. Like, well done. Well done. Brighton says he slapped it on the line. Yeah, he scored the ball on the line there, but not on the right line. That line. Not that line, which is the right line. That line. Desmond says we got close to scoring. Woohoo. You got close. That's why you were celebrating. You did get close, just not close enough, mate. So third tackle now loves a G up, Vossi. The commentary sometimes they grind my gears, ladies and gentlemen. They grind my gears. So right inside, Manly with another knock on. Knock on over here and a knock on over there. A knock on him, knock on there, knock on everywhere. Too many knock-ons here in this game, Manly, because the Dogs aren't knocking it on. They're saying maybe high tackle here. Please tell me that. Like, I hate to say it. Please tell me he gets hit across the chops here so that it's not him faking it. It's like, it makes you sound like a dick, but it's like, I just don't want the game to be filled with people faking it. So you kind of do want to hope that he does kind of get clocked here so that there's a reason for him going down. So let's see here. And, oh, that's very high. That's going to be a sin bin here, lads. There'll be 10 minutes in the bin here for Manly, I'd say. There should be 10 minutes in the bin here. There should be 10 in the bin here for James Romanis. He's an idiot. Get my name out. Your mouth says Mr. Sherman's going to eat a pineapple pizza and do a shoey with another cup. Well, no, that's two separate ones. You only put... I've already screenshotted the ones. You only eat a pineapple pizza and vanilla Coke. There was no shoey involved with that one. There was an individual one that had shoey vanilla Coke, which is potential, but there's not one of both of those. That sounds delicious though. No, it doesn't. Brighton Robinson says, what do you reckon about Dan Guinea? And I think he's one of the better ones. I don't really kind of pay too much attention. The only ones that I kind of only pay attention to the ones... You guys should know who I like and don't like, because if I haven't mentioned them, then I probably do like them. If I have mentioned them, I probably don't like them. Dynamite says, send him off, we'd still lose. He didn't even get sent to the bin. So, it didn't even get sent to the bin. That's interesting. Muhammad Ali Yasser says, can we do a bet on how many people rock up at Allianz tonight? Well, it's meant to be sold out. So, there'll still be a decent crowd because people aren't going to just throw away the tickets. There will be some people that don't go because of the rain, because a lot of people in Eastern Sydney are pretty wealthy, so I guess I guarantee a lot of people probably still don't turn up, but overall the game I believe is sold out. So right hand side now, and the Bulldogs are going to be 13 metres out of the line. I don't like the refs. Thanks, Fessu. So first tackle now, left hand side of the Dogs. That was a pretty poor pass there. Burton might work some magic here. Oh no! There's a knock on, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you knock on over here and knock on over there. I don't know if you believe it, but I believe it. You better start believing it. You better start believing it, sir. Knock on here, knock on here. Knock on everywhere. How good is Joe Simpson's Dolphins? Should sign him. Joe Simpson. Why? What's going on here? Why? Who wouldn't go to the Roosters game because of the rain? It's the grand opening of the new stadium. Have you seen the rain? So you're telling me you're going to go and sit there... You'll go for a game that effectively means nothing. Realistically, it means nothing. For a game that effectively means nothing, and you might even actually end up being there again next week anyway. What are you like? What? Oh, another knock on.
My God.
Knock on Manly. 3 sets in a row. 3 sets in a row. Knock on to Manly. But, like, with the rain here, mate, with the rain, I definitely, with the rain, I definitely wouldn't be thinking many people will be going to that game tonight. But most people will still, because they bought tickets. Not everyone can throw away a ticket, especially when a lot of them might actually be quite expensive, because the expensive tickets are actually the ones that are not undercover. People forget that. Unless Allianz has built a stadium where the roof actually comes over the top, I'm not sure. Why was Josh Nakar emotional after the game? Yeah, the game's not even over yet. We've still got about 53 minutes to go here this game, but, you know, interesting. So, Dogs here, 8 metres out of the line, first tackle. And they go right-hand side here to Pangai Cat Jr. 2 metres out of the line. 6 again here for the Dogs. Jesus, ref's trying to get them back into it. So Dogs now, they're 2 metres out of the line. Zach Clay, the Magpies legend, will carry the Tigers to victory. Something wrong with you. So first, second tackle now, 5 metres out. They're going to go to right-hand side here. Dogs at the 15. Flanagan fakes it out to Averillo. Averillo now to Carraz. Burns to Carraz. And now Carraz will get taken down 11 metres out. Dogs' attack has been dreadful in this game. Just been dreadful. Is Richmond Rabbitohs at this ground after match? No, it's at Allianz for the first time. First time in like 3 or 4 years. I was at the last Allianz game, which was Roosters Rabbitohs as well. It was in the finals. It was a preliminary final back in 2019. Before the Roosters obviously ended up going to the grand final the week after. Right-hand side here. Offloads the Doggies here. Jeez, they're so lucky. Yes. So Dogs will score. Did he just shush people? Bro, you're still down 16-4. Like, who are you shushing? Who is Braden Burns shushing? Broski, who are you shushing? Did he just shush everyone? You're down 16-4, my guy. Settle it down. Still got a ways to go to come back in this game, my guy. Settle it down, big fella. Who are you shushing? Well done, you scored a try. Relax. Talk shit to the opposition, but you're still down 16-4. Trace Mitchell-Moses got fair payback on the Storm with his spear tackle on Bromwich yesterday. A spear tackle on Bromwich. I wouldn't necessarily say that's a spear tackle, but I guess it's the technically... I guess technically you could utilise that, but I wouldn't necessarily say that was really too much of a spear tackle, but I guess. Sebastian says Dogs score a try, top 8, surely, mate. Blair McCann says who got a try with the Dogs? It was Braden Burns, mate. Braden Burns, 14 in his career, 4 this season and 1 tonight. He's shushing Daz, mate. Fair enough. I reckon I agree with that. But in regards to last night with the Eels and the Storm, it's like, I get it. Like, I get Eels being confident. But with that being said, the Eels have a very good track record of losing in finals to Storm and also Panthers. It's all well and good that the Eels can beat them in the regular season, but when it actually matters, and last night didn't really matter. I guess it technically meant they got top 4, whooped to shit. The Storm wouldn't care about having to play whoever they play. The Eels, obviously, they do want to have that second chance, but they're also very well known for going out in straight sets. So I'd still be very concerned if I was the Eels. And Burton will miss the kick, I think. I can't even see it. No, he hits the post and goes in. You couldn't see the ball. It was in the light, so it must have curled back in. There you go. So it'll be 16-6 here with 10 minutes to go the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new around here. I still can't believe this bloke just shushed whoever he shushed when they're down 16-6. Haley says, bro, shut up, Doggies are winning. Well, they're not. They're down 16-6. Also, I've tipped you the Dogs, so I don't even know why you're upset, Haley. But cry more. Cool. You do you, man. I'm actually kind of going for the Doggies here, but feel free to eat a dick. Get Watch to Make Your Mouth says, do you think Dogs will make the 8 next year or improve this year? I don't think they'll make the 8. I think they'll probably improve a little bit, but I still don't believe that they're better than a few of the other teams that will make the 8 next year. But, you know, it'll be interesting. The 8 next year is going to be superbly interesting across a lot of teams. Haley says, Uddy, Dogs on top. Mate, you're in 12th. So second tackle here for the Dogs, and that's going to be a knock-on there for the Dogs. Good on you, Haley. You're now jinxing your own team. So 10 minutes to go here, and the Dogs will knock the ball on. Well done, Haley. Well done, Haley. There you go. So if Manny score here, I want to see you apologise. Haley. Just you, Haley, Axiom. Just you, Haley.
Sebastian.
Oh, boy. Ryan Sarkle says Smart Dogs fan. I think he shushed for people that didn't hit the like button. Yeah, fair enough, Alex. I don't know why Haley's so upset. The Bulldogs are so good. Haley's, you're going to make me shit on the Dogs here. I don't want to shit on the Dogs in this game. I don't mind the Dogs. But if you would like me to completely capitulate your team on stream right now in front of everyone, and then all the other Dogs fans in the chat then hate you because I've shat on your team, we can do that if you want to go on. Your team's down 16-6 right now. What I would say is just kind of settle it down a little bit, because otherwise you're going to come out looking the worse off. Manly here. Oh! Big hit there. 4 tackling, 5 minutes out. 5 minutes out. I'm just giving you fair warning, Haley. I'm giving you fair warning. It's all good fun, but you won't come out of this looking better. So Fitz tackled here. They're 8 metres out from the line. Ryan haven't seen a smart eel fan either. That's a good point. Cherry Evans here kicks it on through. Too hard, just too hard there. So it'll be a 7 tackle set for the doggies. 20 metres out. Bright Numbers says, I bet the Titans to be around the 8. They might even do better than the Bronx. Absolutely. And people might call us biased, so I couldn't really care less. They've addressed issues that obviously impacted from where they were last year to this year. Going with the 2 young with spines for the issue, having no real hooker, and also not having an experienced half. Kieran Foran now into the halves, which is an experienced half, plus also a hooker in Sammy Verrills, was super underrated at the Roosters. Good offload there by the doggies, and they get this ball here to the 50 now, second tackle. Brighton Robinson says, I bet the Titans... That's right, I read that. But yeah, look, obviously the Titans have improved in areas they needed to get themselves back into a position. They've got, Tanner Boyd and Fafita working well together. Moaki Fodawaker's had a pretty good end of the season too alongside Tanner Boyd. They've got the 4-pack. They've got a much better back line than they actually started out the season with as well. It'll be interesting to see if the Titans can bounce back there under Justin Holbrook. I think he'll probably get given 5 to 10 games. Wow, 6 again here for the doggies. 6 again here for the doggies. So 20 minutes out here for the line. Manly really started to fall apart towards the late part of the second half. They dominated the first 25 minutes or so, but now the Dogs are starting to dominate a bit more. Fatala Mariner gets taken down to the 20s. See if they can hold on here. Jesse Hampson says, let's go Manly. That's the boat team. Can Manly hold the score on? Can the Dogs hold the ball? Let's go Manly, Jesse says. So left-hand side now, and the Dogs get this ball to the 15, third tackle. Chilwell says, do the Titans train at the stadium, bro? From time to time, sometimes we train at the stadium, sometimes we train at Parkwood. Right-hand side now, Tavita Cat Jr. offloads it. Oh, it's an intercept! A what? Oh, it's saying a knock-on into Manly first. So it'd be Manly ball here, but what? That's interesting. I would have thought that would have been just an intercept there for Manly. It kills the play. If he's right, then it does kill the play. It's a fair call. Tavita Cat Jr. Oh! Yeah, he does. Yeah, it does kill the play, unfortunately for Manly. It does kill the play. So because he knocks the ball on, it's a knock on and then he grabs it back in. If he hadn't grabbed it back in, then it would have been fair game play on. But obviously the intercept doesn't happen without that, so it's the right call. No, it's not Alex. No, it's not play on. It's not play on. Because he regathers the ball after knocking the ball on, that kills the play right there. Penalty to Manly anyway. There you go. Jesse Yem says, hey man, I just found out the Titans were kicked from the finals because the fans were too intimidating to support and are being replaced with Penrith. Any comment on that? Seamus minor premiers. It's not actually true, Jesse. It's not actually true. I hope not, anyway. I hope not. I hope that's not true, mate. I haven't heard anything about it. I actually don't think... I think you're lying. I think you're lying to yourself. I think you're lying to everybody else, and I think that's just disrespectful. I think you're being disrespectful to the entire NRL community, Jesse. Have a word to yourself. Have a word to yourself. Shilwin says that would be dope playing for the Titans then. It's like a 5-minute drive to service on the beach. So good. You're only about 10 minutes max from the beach at all times on the Gold Coast, realistically. So second tackle here for the Manly. 45 minutes out. The rain is really starting to come down again here. They've got numbers here, Manly. They've got numbers here. They'll be taken down to the 30. It's a serious show. Oh, one strip there for the Dogs. Oh, no, that's a knock-on. That's a knock-on. No, referee, that's a knock-on for the Dogs. It's a one strip, but that should have been a knock-on there for the Dogs. So they couldn't care less at first, but somehow this game has got me hooked. Yeah, it does kind of have me hooked. I guess it's because you're probably waiting to see if Haley cops it or not. That's probably why. Sasha Gill says this is a serious challenge, Jesse. It's a very serious challenge, Sasha. I've never seen a more serious challenge than this. Never. I don't think it's ever more serious than this. Phils, what's the news with Staines and the Tigers? Apparently there's a swap for Tyrone Floppy. If the Titans signed you in a 1-game contract, would you accept it? Yeah, but I'm not going to be good. So Dogs now right-hand side, 45 metres out, and they'll get taken down to 35. So fifth tackle now. And they'll go right-hand side. I'm coming in with the coat hanging to Tyson Gamble straight away. Oh, geez, the ball bounced. Where's it going to go here? Bro, you let that ball go. What are you doing, KO Weeks? Nah, that's stupid from KO Weeks. Bro, why would you not let that bounce out? Take the risk there, bro. Take the risk there. Why would you do that? That's silly. That's very silly there from KO Weeks. Broski, that's 1 metre, one extra, and that goes out in a 7-second set. Instead, now you're going to be dropping it out. Why would you do that? That's so dumb. It was going to go out. It's a bloody monsoon. It is a monsoon. It is very wet weather here, but I just can't believe KO Weeks grabbed that ball there. Jesse Hampson says, Lay's vlog was great. Seeing Brimmer come in on the drums for the women. Good support from Titans players and fans. So Brimo's getting all this, I guess, respect for it, but I guess that's because, sorry, I just got a message from someone at the Titans as we speak, actually. What was I saying? Brimo's getting all the credit, but Tino was there as well and giving it a crack, and Tanner was also there. Doggies! Oh, second down, 8 minutes out here, 5 minutes out. So third tackle here. I'll explain this in a second, a bit further. So dogs here. Oh, that's. That is dreadful defense from Manly. That is absolutely
Dreadful defense from Manly.
Oh my god. Oh, no way. No way. That defense from Manly is
Absolutely horrific.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So it's going to be 16-10 with the kick to come, and it's going to, at least we're aiming for a bit of a better game now. Yes! I may not be 0-2. He may not be 0-2. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum. He may not be 0-2. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum. Come on, doggies. Come on, doggies. I don't really care, because if the dogs lose and I lose a tip, there's a chance the Titans can go above them. So it was paper thin indeed, right? That was shocking. In regards to the AJ, like AJ was the main one on the drums. Tino was next to him. Unfortunately, because I was helping out AJ and Tino knowing kind of what to do, and right in front of me, so like literally here, I had Tanner Boyd right here, but I just couldn't really put the camera like this right in his face. It would have been a bit weird. So, but yeah, all three of them were there. All three of them were there, keeping a good go. Bowie Firma coming around after as well. Jimmy Jolliffe, the big fella. Sammy Mack as well. And Matty Burton will slap it on through. So 4-point game here, guys. 4-point game. 1 minute 40 to go here the first half. It's 16-12 to Manly. They were up 16-0, but their defense is absolutely horrific. So hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Dreadful conditions, but maybe an interesting little gaming. Maybe. Just maybe. It's getting heavier. It is getting heavier. So this is a good little idea and viewpoint into what the next game more than likely is going to be. Because it's only about how long, Sydney people here, whoever's from Sydney, how long is it to drive? I know the train trip, but how long is it to drive from Lidcombe area, or Accor Stadium, to Allianz FCG area? Would it be maybe about half hour? 40 with traffic? Longer with traffic. Would it be like 40, 30, 40? Maybe even longer. Yeah, maybe an hour? I don't know. That is the ideal time to score, though. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. 40 minutes or so. Yeah, 40 minutes. But that's obviously probably just normal traffic, I guess. I mean, traffic 2 hours. Yeah, traffic be at least 14 hours, but like normally 40 minutes without, like if it was like midday or something like that. Oh, penalty for high tackle. Oh, do the Dogs take a 2 here from 45 out? I don't know. It's right in front though. They could take the 2 from right in front here. I don't know. I don't think it'd link him. You know, it's funny though. It's crazy how you replied. You know, we're telling me you don't know. You know how you just don't need to say, I don't know. You could just not comment. But, you know, some people feel the need, they feel it as a necessity to still reply. Yeah. You don't live in Lidcombe, then shush. So 30 seconds to go here for the Doggies. They're not going to go for the 2, which I actually do find quite silly. I would have gone for the 2 in that situation. I know it would have been a 2-point game still. You get the 3 points and offer 45 metres out. It just comes down if Burton has the kick in him. But he has the boot in him, the old Burton. It's not like he doesn't have the power behind him. Second tackle, 20 metres out. I would have gone for the 2 there. Yeah, I would have gone the 2 from 45. It's Burton. Burton has good power behind him. So, Tavita Cat Jr. goes right inside of Flano. Flano here with one of the worst kicks you're ever going to see. I'm not even going to... I didn't even bother. Tomate Koala. Ooh, I thought he was going to get out there. So there we go, guys. It will be half time here. 16-12 to the Manly Shingles. Wow, they fell apart there at the end of the first half. Doggies came back. They were up 16-0 Manly. Now it's 16-12. Terrible conditions. Just absolutely shocking conditions right now. But, you know, it's what it is. You just got to, buddy, you got to deal with it. You got to rock and roll it. And hopefully the second half is going to be a good one. Because it's actually been a pretty fun first half to watch here, despite the fact the game doesn't really mean anything. So, like I said, bang, bang, thumbs up, bang, bang, subscribe. And, yeah, let's get it. Let's go and get it. 30 minutes, I checked Google Maps. Mate, you're the best Google Mapper that ever did Google Mapper. Actually, let's go have a look here. You know what? Let's go and have a look. Because I reckon you're a liar. I reckon you're a filthy little liar. Maps. So we're going to go from... we're going to go from where I am. No, so a core stadium. A core... Not vacation club. No. A core stadium. It's telling me 8 hours. So that's from where I am. I don't want to know from where I am. And then SC or go Allianz. Allianz, I wonder if it's got it. Yeah, it does. Allianz Stadium. Route. Alright. How long does it take? 43 minutes. I knew you were a liar. I knew you were a dirty little liar. Gee whiz, 30 minutes. You bloody the biggest witch that ever did wish. What are you, bloody going in a rocket ship? 43 minutes, mate. 30? You're not going in a rocket ship here. Driving Sydney is an absolute mess. Yeah, but that's right now. 43 minutes is right now, so 6.6. I guess it's after peak hour traffic, to be completely honest with you. It is after peak hour traffic. Have you taken a moment to love the Broncos? Yeah, I've done many times. Yeah, it's very funny. It's very funny. I like it. Don't worry, we'll do it tomorrow night when the Dragons play the Broncos. Dragons fans are not trustworthy. Not trustworthy, the old Dragons fans. Definitely not trustworthy. Mine wants 30 minutes. Well, you're a liar, and your one's a liar too. Hazard says, what do you think about Josh Reynolds next year to the Dogs? He's not going to play. Like, he'll probably be a part of the club in regards to advice and experience. But Josh Reynolds, like, they can bring him in, but I'm sorry, it's not going to do much. Jesse Hampson says, yeah, I said 40 minutes or so, but you'd have to double that for peak. Yeah, you go back an hour or so. Well, maybe not. I guess on a bad day, yeah. It's Friday. Oh, surprised that, actually. I am surprised right now that that's what it is. I disagree. I will disagree here politely. I will politely disagree and say that there's no way it's going to take 43 minutes because it doesn't have any red markers here. It has no red markers on there, so it's not saying it's busy at all. And it's still at 6:47. Like, it's not like it's too late after peak. It says NRL, we want to grow the women's game. NRL also putting a NRLW game on at the exact same time as the men. Yeah, but what do you want with them? I noticed that, but I also thought straight away, like, what do you want them to do here? Like, what do you want? Put them on at 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock until like 11:40 p.m. at night? That's the only other way they could have done it, unless they just don't have it on the same day. But they want to give people the opportunity to go and watch them, especially considering it is the Roosters playing in the game. What are they playing? The Knights or the Dragons? No, they're playing the Dragons, aren't they? I think the women's team are playing the Dragons. I could be wrong though. I don't think I am though. I could be. It's always an opportunity for me too, but I don't believe it. You can't even check the NRLW on this app. Dragons fans are more than dads coming back with the milk. Oh, it would have been funny if you actually got that right. Dear me. Hannah says, watch next year, hamstring every second game. Why would you say that though? Like, why would you encourage an injury? This is what I don't get about fans. You know, like, I understand that you're making a joke there. I'm just never a big fan of people, like, kind of, it is low-key wishing injury on a player, which I just don't really respect too much. So, I get it. It's a joke. Haha, funny. But overall, it's just like, I just don't talk about really injuries with players because obviously our game is absolutely pillaged by injuries. It's all part of it. It's what happens. But yeah, I just don't really kind of want to... It's like with Kieran Foran. Everyone keeps saying he's too well, he's going to be injured. It's like he hasn't missed a single game all season. He's the only player at Manly who hasn't missed a game all season. And has missed 2 games in 2 years. And he missed 6 games in 2020. That was COVID year. And then back in when he was at Eels and Warriors and the Dogs, he was actually winning Player of the Year at multiple of those years. Was injured for most part, but injured for a few games here and there, a decent amount of games here and there, but that was actually more to do with his off-field shit rather than his on-field shit. I think people don't really understand that Kieran Foran is a very good player. He's a very good player. JC says, I thought the same, but I also thought they couldn't wait for the 8 p.m. game to finish first. Is the NRLW growing? I don't actually think it is. Or do you think the fans just have a lack of interest? Personally, I don't follow it at all. So the weird thing with NRLW is that I think it is good. I just don't think that it's good for when the NRL season is on. I don't know. I think that, and which is hard to say, or have it on, you can't have it on now. No one's going to be watching that. Like, no one. Everyone's going to be watching either this, if they're going to watch it, and if they don't care about this, they're probably just going to wait for the Roosters Rabbitohs men's game later on tonight. So it is a bit of a waste. I would say that the NRLW was growing earlier this year. I think the last season was pretty good. I don't know what's lacked this year though. Something was missing for me in regards to this season. The last season was actually earlier this year, but this season, there's something missing for me. I don't know what it is. Something changed from the beginning part of the year to this. Maybe the advertising. Maybe it's just because I'm just so busy with all different sports. I can't really fit it into my schedule right now. But I haven't got that oomph behind it, and maybe the Titans also aren't doing too well. But in the same sense, that even if the Titans are doing well, I don't know how much I've been watching it still. I want to get into it. It is good, but I just don't know if I have the time. I feel like a lot of people are like that as well. Desmond says Foran was our best player when he was healthy. Yeah, he was, and especially the Eels too. I think he won Player of the Year at Dogs twice, or definitely once. I think he won it maybe twice, but he definitely won it once. Dad, I haven't been given the Dogs board for forcing Foran into retirement due to injuries. Yeah, well, Foran's still playing, mate. So you got to move on, man. You got to move on. You got to move on, man. You just have to move on. That second try of the Dogs was pathetic, by the way, from Manly. That was pathetic defence. That was pathetic defence, man. 53% possession to the Doggies, 47% to Manly, 16-21 completion rate, 15-19. It's a very similar game here. 4 line breaks to Manly, 2 to the Dogs. Missed tackles, 17 to the Dogs, 10 to Manly. And all 10 of those were on that one play, that second try. When someone can watch the men's game or the women's game, everyone is going to watch the men's game. Not necessarily, but majority of the time, yes. Majority of the time. I would say, especially with the women's game, like, how are you able to watch this one right now? How are you able to watch it? Because on Fox Sports, the Fox League, this can be on. So how do you get to watch the Roosters over those... Oh, so the Roosters Dragons women's game? This is a genuine question. I don't know. Like, if you're able to watch Bulldogs Manly right now, have they put it onto a different Fox channel or what? Are you still playing though? KO. So you can only watch it on KO. Well, that's just a detriment to itself right there. Right there shows that you should not have had the women's game on tonight. I think it's on 9GM. No, yes, you're probably right, but I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying no. It just shouldn't be happening. Shouldn't be happening. Jen Lee says, some bookies are nervous now since they've already paid out Manly to win on head-to-head to go to Dogs. There is no way bookies would have paid out. There's no way. At 16-0, there's no way. There's no way. They wouldn't have done that. Get Wise Name email says, I think so. That's ridiculous. Not on Fox Sports HD. Okay, well, at least you can watch it on Fox Sports. Because it's just ridiculous otherwise. There's no point to having the game on tonight if you can't at least put it on some channel on Fox. Even if you have to put it on the Fox Cricket, mate, at least show it somewhere. At least show it somewhere. But guys, still half time here. Just waiting for the second half to get underway. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. What am I going to have for dinner tonight? Maybe Taco Bell? Huh? Maybe Taco Bell? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure. What should I have? Flex Storms, do you still think Storm can make the grand final? They can make it. I don't know if they win it, but they can definitely make it. Yeah, no Jerome Hughes, mate, no attack. Guys, they still only lost by 6 points last night. They still only got done by 6 points last night. That is literally it. That's literally it. They had no Jerome Hughes, and still Pappenhausen's been out for half a year. Their spine's been in tatters throughout most of the year. Their backline's been all over the shop. Their forwards have been all over the shop. And yet, they're still 5th place, and they only lost by the last 6 points last night. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Get watching the email says the grand final will be Panthers versus Roosters. I'm starting to believe a lot more Panthers versus Sharks, which I kind of hope that. I think that's more biased, though. I want the Sharks with my mum, so I guess I'd rather the Sharks make it. So at least I have someone to really care about the grand final. I honestly couldn't care less otherwise. You guys will see a video next week of me explaining in order who I'm going to be supporting in these finals. Flex Tom said, if they had Papa, then I think they would 100% make it. I wouldn't go as far as 100%, but I think there'd be a very much better likelihood of doing it because they've got an easy first week, whether it's the Broncos or the Raiders, specifically the Raiders. I know the Raiders have a good record against them recently, but the Raiders don't really have finals experience. And I just still think the Storm are just going to be too good for them, especially with Jerome Hughes back next week. And then obviously, what's the other one? The week after that, they would play the loser of first versus 4. Well, if the Eels beat the Panthers, then the Storm would play the loser of the Sharks and Cowboys, because that would be the lowest ranked loser out of the top 4. It's very hard to explain this. I just automatically understand what I'm saying, but it's very hard to explain this. But if the Eels are to lose the Panthers and Storm win, the Eels and Storm will face each other in the second week. And I think that's pretty crazy. People forget that. If the Eels lose the Panthers, which is very likely, and the Storm beat the Raiders, which is even more likely, The Storm will play the Eels in a knockout in week 2. And that could easily mean the Eels are just swept straight away again, which will kill their club. It'll kill them for the next 5 years. It will absolutely destroy Parramatta. Parramatta are going to more than likely go into a rebuild very soon anyway, or they may ignore it like the Dragons have for a few years now, before they ultimately inevitably have to do it. Maybe when Ben Hunt leaves, then Dragons will actually, get a bit of brain about them and go into a rebuild, because it's shite right now. Signing those retirement players was dreadful. Just absolutely dreadful decision making by just a terribly run club as we currently speak. Very successful club in the past, but terribly run club as we speak. Who just don't recognise that they need to go into a rebuild. Parramatta are very close behind. I don't know if they'll do it or not, but Parramatta are very close behind. But if they go out in straight sets, that'll kill them. If they go into the grand final, Parramatta, you could still probably say their window's open for next year because they'll have a bit more belief. I can't see them winning the grand final, but yeah, if they go in straight sets again, they'll get absolutely crucified. Eels and Panthers grand final. It's possible, considering the Eels will play Panthers first week, but I do think Storm beat Eels second week if they play them. I do. I know I'll be at Combank, but I'm just telling you, I feel like a Storm beat him, especially with Jerome Hughes there. David says the Tigers have a better chance to win the comp. Jeez, this half-time's feeling like forever. I feel like I swear this has gone for longer than 10. I think Dragons could beat the Broncos. Yeah, but you're still shite, but you could, but you're still shite, so let's not pretend like it's not because the Broncos have been dreadful recently. The Dragons have been super poor in recent weeks. They were still very poor against the Titans, and they were incredibly poor against the Tigers. This is a team that I have no idea how they're there. I just don't know. I just don't know how they're in the position that they're in the position that they are. I don't get it. It's like, cool, you've made it, and congratulations on that, but I don't know how you're there because you're shite. Sergeant Kelson says, the only way Parra knows in the finals is to exit in straight sets. That's what I'm saying. That's why it killed the club, because they won't be able to get that mentality out of their head for next year. Flake Storm says, Roosters next year are going to be so good. I think they'll be good. I think that people are overrating them, just like people overrated them this year. I still think the Roosters are a much better team this year, and I've been saying since halfway through the season that the Roosters were going to do well this year, despite the fact that everyone said they were going to miss the 8. I said, no chance, they're dark horses. Because it made them dark horses. I think I had them for second pre-season. I had Storm first, Roosters second, and then Panthers third. I think I then had Eels fourth. No. I think I had Eels fourth, Manly fifth, and then Titans sixth, yeah. Get Washington Mouse says, I know we are shit, our best player is 33, and all the other decent players are on 22. Is Benny Hunt 33, is he? Jeez, let's see how long he lasts here. Savvy Browner says, who will win from here? Now do you believe the Dogs can get a win? Yeah, the Dogs can get a win. I never said the Dogs couldn't get a win. I just think in these pouring conditions, it'll be impressive if they can. But Manly have been shite for the last few minutes. They've been terrible. This weekend we're going to see who best team, Titans Warriors. Well, not necessarily, Malcolm. We've already beaten you once this year. So the only way that you're trying to tie the season up this year. It's not about who the better team is, because if you want to talk about who the better team is, we've beaten you in our last 2 games by a collective score of 62-18. So thanks for coming. Flex Storm says Manly 22-18 Bulldogs. I think there'll be more points scored. I think there's more points scored here. Don't forget about the 44-0 last year, Malcolm. Like, I definitely believe... I've tipped the Warriors this week. I've tipped them this week. But, yeah, settle it down, because it's very easy to put you back into your place as a Warriors fan. Manly will receive the ball here for the second half too. Like I said, guys, thumbs up, subscribe, let's get it. I'll have a drink of water here before the second half starts. Burton kicking off. Hey, by the way, Malcolm, I want to talk shit. How's West Ham doing? You doing well? How many wins you got this year? So Manly and KO Weeks get this ball at 15. Oh, man. The old West Ham, eh, Malcolm? The old Hammers, eh? The old Hammers. So, second tackle now for Manly. They'll get this ball at the 25. Second tackle. Burton Bomb will be scaring this rain. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, Burton Bomb would be terrifying. Burton Bomb's terrifying without the rain, let alone right now. Remember my team beating yours 70-10 earlier this year, Malcolm? Your team did do that to their 25. Yeah, they did. They definitely did do that. And Dylan Walker there, not looking great in that tackle. 4th tackle at 33. Lost about 5 metres. Well done. Not playing with the Dogs next year, playing with the Warriors next year. But it looks like he's playing with the Dogs with that run. Battle Forces Malcolm as Warriors and West Ham supporter myself. Don't encourage this man. I don't need to cry. Go on, Malcolm. Try me, big boy. Try me. Oh, well, Bailey Floyd, at least you can cry with Malcolm. At least you guys can cry on each other's shoulders. Josh says, Selwyn has apparently been given a warning from a Walters after sleeping through his alarm and turning up late to captain's run. Okay, second tackle now for the Bulldogs. I don't even know how that's news. So Bulldogs' third tackle gets pulled out to the 30. Don't poke the bear, Malcolm. Don't do it, Malcolm.
Malcolm, I must advise you. Do not poke the bear, sir. Don't do it. Don't
do it, sir. Don't do it. You don't want the smoke. You do not want the smoke, Malcolm. The Titans have not lost in New Zealand since 2019. You are right, Daz, mate. You are right. So Josh had to cover the ball here, 40 metres out here from Manly line. Yeah, Titans undefeated in New Zealand since 2019. Well, no, that was the year we lost last. So, tell you that, Malcolm. Tell you that. Fair tackle here at the 40. Fair tackle here at the 40. Left-hand side. And Burton's going to whack that ball into the corner. And that's a terrible kick. That's a shocking kick. 1 versus 1 versus Tottenham is nothing to laugh at. Are you certain you want to do this? Are you certain, Malcolm? You want me to give you something to laugh at? Do you want me to give you something to laugh at? Hold on. All right. So, let's just go back a little bit. Let's just go back a little bit. All right. So, as a forward pass there from Manly, Dogs get the ball. So, when you lost 1-0 to Nottingham Forest, the new boys, the team that lost 6-0 on the weekend. Was that not embarrassing? Or was that fine? Maybe it might be fine. Lau for you says, I will drum for you tomorrow in the corporate lounge up the Titans. Get around it, Lau. Get around the Titans in the corporate lounge tomorrow. Thomas Blaze and Malcolm in a boxing match. It's not really. No, it's several. He's several weight below me. Weight classes below me. Get why something else says, I think you should make Broncos red since they're not completely gone. And they're gone, mate. So, right-hand side here for the Dogs. They're 35 metres out. Burton here. And they'll get taken down to 30. The Josh says, why do you think Warriors get more benefit of having Magic Round as a home game rather than having it as an away game? I'm not going to explain the ins and outs, but they do, financially speaking, yeah. Second tackle now for the Doggies. They're 25 metres out of the line, left-hand side. And I know this for a fact. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. They made the choice, just like the Titans made the choice this year, and people complain about it, and they don't know what they're talking about. It's going to be Manly ball here. No, it's not knock on. It's gone backwards. It's fine. Tavita Cat Jr. gets it off to Fino. Now to it's second tackle. Why are you kicking that? Why did Braden Burns kick that? Maybe the Manly players should shush him for that. Maybe they should shush him for that. Just like he shushed for some unknown reason when they were down 16 to 4. I knew we were going to bring up Forrest. Well, I'm just asking a question, Malcolm. Just asking a question. You knew I was going to bring up Forrest, but yet you still went on. Like, all right. So third tackle now for Manly. Fourth tackle. They're 5 metres out of their own line. Jeez, this is a terrible attacking set. So 12 for 4. Sipley here. He'll get this ball to the 20. Fifth tackle now, and that was just an absolutely woeful kick. 20-40 here, actually. That's a 20-40. That's out the full. Oh, no. Dylan Walker, you muppet. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Dylan Walker, no. Oh, that was the 20-40 attempt that went out the full. So they'll be getting the ball here at the 19. I think Wins and West Ham got the season, Malcolm, from 5 games. I think they've gotten 1, which I believe was against Aston Villa, maybe. Besides that, I think they're only only win. Because they definitely lost to City. They definitely lost to Forest. You don't want me to start on Brighton. And they drew with Tottenham. So it's like... Hey, did you draw with Tottenham? If you did, cool. Good. I like that. Because you guys aren't competitive, so we'll take the points off them. Good. Yeah, you did. That's right. It was... Susha who got the goal. Alright, so first tackle level with the Doggies are going to be 15 metres out of the line. And they'll lose this week. Funnily enough, Daz, mate, West Ham have a very good record against you. West Ham are actually the Chelsea's bogey side. Yes, Malcolm is a West Ham fan, Tommy. So, what's happening with Max King? No. Oh, he's going to have a HIA here, Max. Okay. So, 2 offloads, 20 tackles, and 96 run meters. What's happening right now? What's going on right now? I don't understand what's happening. Can someone tell us what's going on? I don't... Who's being asked? What just happened? The referee just said no. Oh, jeez. Alright, so the Dogs now going to be 8 metres out of the line. Second tackle. That Aston Villa win was from massive lucky deflection. So Doggies here. They're 3 minutes out of the line. He's on the old David Clement told the trainer to get away. I don't understand what happened just then because... that's a knock-on. That's a knock-on from Tavita Cat Jr. Not the only knock-on he's done today. So it looks like a bit of a cat to me. Looks like a bit of a guy who should be in reserve grade because the guy has fallen off so much. The guy has fallen off so much from his Broncos days. And was still a bit of a cat at the Broncos too. Team will look to put money on the Bulldogs to win. Well, good luck, mate. But unfortunately, the Dogs just knocked the ball on. So it'll be Manly ball now. But they'll be at their own 10. But this game is just shocking for knock-ons. But like you got to understand why. Look at the weather. Look at the weather. I just don't understand what we stopped the game for in that last play. I don't understand. Massive cat at the Broncos. Massive cat. Massive cat. Not a panther either. Like a multi-spuddy terrier cat. Oh, it's a knock-on from Manly. It's a knock-on from Manly in the scrum. It's a knock-on from the Manly in the scrum. But it will be a captain challenge here. They're going to challenge the on-field decision of knock-on here, Manly. They look pretty confident. You should have put your house in the Dogs. He doesn't want to be homeless in the wet weather, mate. You know, it is wet weather right now. You don't want to be homeless in the wet weather. All right, so let's see if there is a bobble here. The leg might be in the way of this. Oh, no. Yeah, it's knock-on. Bro, why would you even check? Why would you challenge that? Why would you challenge that? It's pretty clearly a knock-on. Why are you challenging this? Why on earth would you challenge this? It's very clearly a knock-on there. It's very clearly. What? No way. We see this called knock-on all the time. No way do I agree with this if this gets called not a knock-on. I disagree with that. I've seen that called as a knock-on all the time. So it's going to be Manly ball here. It's going to be captain challenge successful. I've seen that called as a knock-on all season long. I am going to vehemently disagree with that. Truly, I disagree with that. They've called that as a knock-on all year. They've called that as a knock-on all year. Brian says you love Gagai, Daz. Gagai's a great bloke. It's a great bloke, good fighter. So Manly now, not like that Burton bloke. Eggman says hi, hello Eggman. Alright, so first tackle now for Manly. They're 10 metres out here from their own line, right hand side, top for Sipley. And Sipley, get taken down 15. Typical bunker inconsistency. Yeah, I've been fine with refereeing in this game so far, but just that one call, it's just inconsistent. Eggman says go Seagulls, even though they go for the Storm. Well, that makes no sense. Storm and Manly probably the biggest Storm and Manly the biggest rivals in regards to the two teams. You should hate Manly. Why would you go for Manly? Why would you go for Manly? You're a Storm fan. Dogs and Storm don't really have too much for rivalry. It's definitely more... Manly and Storm is my favourite rivalry in the league. Battlefield says they called it knock-on last week with Sam Walker from the scrum. I know, that's what I'm saying. It's always called a knock-on. It's always called knock-on, but this time... And whenever I put money on the other team and you win, you should have told me. Manly penalty here again. So it's going to be Manly getting 2 penalties in a row to bring them inside the attacking 20. So after a bad call, in my personal opinion, has now turned into an attacking set for Manly in the attacking 20. That's like saying go United City. That won't be happening on the channel. You would have loved the bunker in the second half of that Titans-Knights game. Maybe. I'm not sure. Are you making fun of the Titans or are you saying... I don't know what you're talking about. So it's Manly here, 10 metres out of the line. Up 16-12, left-hand side now. Walker here to Kizza. Kieran Foran, left-hand side. Chance here. Manly! Oh, maybe knock on. Maybe try. I think it's a knock on, to be honest with you. I think he loses the ball. I'm pretty certain it's a knock on here from Manly. To the 3-leg multi, Bulldogs to win, Josh O'Carter score and gain a finish with 53 points plus total. I don't think O'Carter scored though. And I don't think this is going to go over 53 at this point. Manly short. Unless I think he loses the ball. Where's his other hand, though? Yeah, should have checked the weather before the 53 plus points. Exactly right. Unless they're saying that he's holding onto it beforehand. On the other side. I think it's a knock-on. I called it live, but I'm pretty certain it's a knock-on. Knights had a touchdown that on replay clearly showed the ball hitting the ground. It was called no try. No, that did not clearly say that it was a hit in the ground. You can assume it was. You can assume it was hitting the ground, but you cannot say to me right now that it clearly showed the ball hitting the ground because it did not. But you could assume that it probably would have touched the ground, but you can't do that. You can't assume in this sport. If you assume in sport, then that means... So it's going to be a no try here. Are they going to say try, are they? Yeah, no, short of the line, no try. Yeah, I was going to say... no, I completely and utterly disagree with you, 25. There is no camera angle that guarantees 100% that ball is touching the line. All you can do is assume it, and I would say that I would assume that it was a try. But the fact of the matter is that if you start assuming, there's going to be some issues in the sport. There's going to be some major issues in the sport with assumptions and perspective and opinions. So no, I disagree with you. Malcolm says, Eggman, that common Lycan team. So now the commentators are always right, says 25. Is that what you're saying? So you listen to the commentators for every word, eh? All right. Let's see what they say for the rest of this game, eh? Cat's Pie's big game. Yeah, it is a big game. It's like, I get you have an opinion, but it's pretty blatant that no, it's not guaranteed 100%. If we won the game, I couldn't care less. If I thought that it clearly touched the ground, then I would say that. But no, you have to assume it touches the ground. There is no clear evidence. It's not content for the Dogs. There is no clear evidence. There just isn't. Right, so you're lying to yourself if you think there is clear and utter evidence that shows the ball on the line. What it does do is show you that if you make an assumption that gets the line, you're probably right because it probably does touch the ball on the ground. But there is no guaranteed proof. If I thought that was a no try or a try, I would tell you it's a try or no try. We won the game. I could not care less at this point. But you're literally lying to say that there is guaranteed evidence to say that ball goes to the ground. But I would agree that it does, but that's based on an assumption. So, yes, that's what I'll reply to that, because I completely disagree with you. Sabby says, who do you put on? Malcolm has bet on the Dogs here. All right, so Manly with the ball 25 metres out after the Dogs knock on. They go left-hand side now, and they get this ball 15 metres out. And also, the Knights was dreadful that game. The Knights were absolutely dreadful that game. The only way they even scored 2 tries late was because the Titans had a send-off. And the Titans still scored with that send-off. Like, there's no way that anyone could argue. Like, there's no way. And also, we had a play off for a HIA, and Jaden Campbell, who got hit high. Bulldogs are away! The Bulldogs are away! It's an intercept there! It's an intercept! It's going to be a try to assume. Is he fast enough? He's not going to be fast enough. He's not going to be fast enough. Koala! Oh, there's a player who's kind of got in the way there, but I think it's fine. It's going to be a try time there. So Shop gets the intercept there. Wowee. So try time there for the Dog is 16-16. It's going to be a hard kick here from the left-hand side. Geez, Todd Quadler had to find a way to get around the Manly player, to get around the Dogs player there. But it will be shoop with the try time. Geez, the game was going so slowly until that moment. It was so slowly until that moment. But yeah, bad pass there, and the Doggies will be away. So 30 minutes to go, get the game, guys. 30 minutes to go, the game. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. Sergeant says, no pineapple for Mr. Streamer. A long way to go still, lads, of this game, let alone the week. But right now, I don't know who I prefer to win this game. Dogs, so I don't have to eat potty, stupid shit with my punishment. But if Manly win, the Titans still have a chance of going into 12th position over the Dogs. So it's like, maybe 1-1. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. So 6 tries, 19 games. For Aaron Shop. Shoppity. I'm going to change my mind, go Dog. You can't change your mind because you just sort of try. Like, my go Doggies in this match of the side Seagulls are my most least favourite because I'm a Storm supporter. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I think the Doggies scored a try. Yep, well, you'd be right, mate. Yeah, you heard me commentate it, so you're probably right. Oh, boy. So, here's a big kick here from the left-hand side. Blunt and Razor with a $2 donation. Get around you. Thank you very much. And it says Schmonkos. You are right. They are called the Schmonkos. You are called the... we'll do the coffee fun in a second, Daz, mate. I just want to see if this kick goes in. I just want to see if the old Matty Caddy Burton Matty Caddy Burton here with a kick from the left-hand side. It's not an easy kick in these conditions, but there's 29 minutes to go. I'll at least say something to him in the background. So Matt Burton here, you can barely even see it because the lights will get in the way and also the rain. It will be hard. Burton here. I can't even see the ball. I don't know where the ball is. Oh, no, he's missed it. You couldn't see the ball. The weather, you can't see the ball. So there you go, guys. 16-16. Now let's just change this to $55 dues. Let's change this to $55 dues. Boom, boom. Thank you very much for the $2 due donation. Caddy came up short. He came up short there, Caddy. He came up short. Couldn't see anything. The miss doesn't count. Yeah, the miss doesn't count. You are right. Yeah, it doesn't count for any points. Yeah, that's usually what misses mean, Daz, mate. So you are absolutely spot on there. The miss does not count for any points. I hope your tip will be right. Good luck. Well, I don't even know if I want my tip to be right. Like, at this point, I still think we're going to get less than 6 anyway, based on that loss last night, because that was a really big 50-50 game. That was a very big 50-50 game, so I still think we're going to do it. So we're going to have to do a punishment next week regardless. And I also tipped against one too, so. And that's going to be a penalty to the doggies. Coffee Fund is just something that when people donate, we add to it. It's a bit of fun. We see how much we can make in the week, and it's all just obviously supporting the content and supporting the channel. So obviously there is you can donate through that link over there, or also if you give memberships like people have been doing recently, or just donating to the channel, we put it up there. And it's all just a point. And geez, Manly have struggled since going up 16-0. Australia versus Zimbabwe tomorrow in the cricket. I'm not going to be watching that. I'm only watching the Wallabies beat Springboks. That's what I'm going to be watching. That's what I'm going to be watching, ladies and gentlemen. So second tackle now for the Dogs, left hand side, Burton. We like that cheeky coffee fun, mate. It's a cheeky coffee fun, right? It's very cheeky. Very cheeky. Mr. Schumann needs to fund his caffeine addiction. It's only fair. Especially tomorrow night, because tomorrow night we have the 3 Premier League games, and it's Man City versus Aston Villa as the last game as well, the 2:30am game. So, I'm definitely going to need that coffee fun tomorrow. Left-hand side now, Burton. Terrible kick. Jeez, the kicking game for the Dogs today has been dreadful. Box and Wallabies is on at 7:30, so that's the same time as Panthers Cowboys. But Panthers Cowboys means absolutely nothing because there's 150 Panthers players out. And ODI that starts at 9:30am. There you go. Yeah. Well, there you go. So third tackle now. What time will that finish? Like 7, 6? Manly now get this ball out to the 25. Jeez, they're not making any meters. Manly. Cherry Evans, left-hand side now to Cola. Team, I love says maybe my bet still has a chance. Your bet does have a chance, kind of, but I wouldn't back it in. And we can't celebrate it because we all know how the rules work around here. Oh God, we've got your lot. I'll take 5-0 now. We always seem to beat you 5-0. 5-0 seems like a scoreline we normally get against you guys. Is that right? I feel 5-0 is a regular scoreline with Villa and City. And maybe we'll play Haaland. I reckon. That's Bubble. That's a knock-on there from the Dogs. That was a knock-on there from the Dogs they miss. Third tackle here. 42 metres out. Third tackle here. You're going to donate 10% off? We all know the rules. So, 100%. So, finals week 1 as it stands. Panthers Eels 1v4. Sharks Cowboys 2v3. Storm Raiders 5v8. And Roosters Rabbitohs 6v7. Very more. No, I think if we clocked off against Bournemouth to make it 6... sorry, not Bournemouth. Against Nottingham to make it 6-0. I don't think it'll be worse than Nottingham score. But Haaland is just an absolutely surreal player, man. So Manly now, the ball goes... Oh, here we go. There might be a way here, Manly. It's a good little run. I think because the little mistake at the back actually worked out well for him. Eels 30+ against the Panthers. Nah, man. I honestly could see you guys going out in straight sets because I don't think you guys realise this, but if you lose the Panthers, you play the Storm in the second week. And I genuinely believe the Storm win with Jerome Hughes. Especially, I honestly think that Eels are going to go out in straight sets. And I know you hate to hear it, and I know you don't want to hear it, but I genuinely believe the Storm beat them in the second week, and I genuinely believe the Panthers beat them next week. Especially with Nathan Cleary back and ready to rock and roll. So left-hand side now for Manly. Fifth tackle. And I wouldn't mind supporting the Eels in the grand final. I really wouldn't. Please clock off after halftime. To be fair, Daniel, like you got to remember what happened last year. Like in our most important game, you pushed us all the way to the wire like QPR did. Doggy's here, bro. Get out of the in goal. What are you doing? Lucky, gets the 2 metres out. Last year we had to rely on 3 goals in the last buddy, in a 3-minute span with Gundogan with a double. Like, come on, my guy. Like, we had to rely on a Gundogan comeback, massive comeback there. To be fair, that was at Villa Park, though. No, it wasn't. No, sorry, it wasn't. Left-hand side now. At the 20. We always love to live to the last day. Dogs and Eagles kickers getting a feel of what conditions Andre Pollard kicks in. The game tomorrow night's at Allianz. It's not here. So left-hand side here. And not a great set there from the Dogs, but the kicker's going to be a pretty good... No, it's going to be okay. Sport and Squeals, plays something sick. Next week I'll show you... I'll have a video explaining which team... I'll literally go through all 8 teams and rank them in order of who I will support going into the finals. Because I will put a team in 8th and I will put a team in 1st, obviously. Ryan Sagas, I reckon we've got a good chance versus the Panthers. Already beat them twice. The Panthers are most likely to win. You don't ever beat these teams in finals. You don't do it. You never do. You beat them in regular season. You just never beat these teams in finals. Who knocked you out last year, Ryan? Team Melissa Cumberland just blew my whole paycheck in the Bulldogs. Mate, 16-16. What are you smoking? So full tackle now, left-hand side. Manly! Oh, 35 metres out. So that's 25 from saying Andre Pollard is shit. He's pretty shocking. Not a bad player, but just not a great kicker in Australia at all. I've seen Cherry Evans as a hooker, winger, half and forward all in one game. I haven't really been noticing, but probably. Marcus Dogs need to win this game. Well, they don't. They're not playing for anything. I guess they're playing to not potentially come 14th, but like they're not really playing for anything. Eels were up last year, remember? Oh, stop it, Des, mate. No, they weren't. Stop it, Des, mate. No, they weren't. Don't say it. Don't encourage him, man. We've only started to just get away from that nonsense from Parramatta fans now. It's only taken them about, 9 months. All of them are about to give birth. 4 tackled now at the halfway point. I can't score. I can't celebrate with you. You know the rules, mate. Right hand side now, 5th tackle. And I'll get this ball to the 40. Right, it's the semi-final. Good. To be fair, that semi-final was a bit bullshit. No, it was not. The Panthers were the better team. No, it was not. No, it was not. Eels fans, my God. You guys are something, eh? Oh, that's a high tackle. I'm surprised they didn't call that. So right-hand side here for the Manly. Right-hand side here for the Manly. Eggman says Adokar and Burt need to rock and roll. Oh, they need to get something going here because right now that's a 40-20 attempt here. What are you doing, mate? What on earth are you doing? That is just absolutely shocking. It's absolutely shocking. Eels robbed 38 years in a row. Eels rob more like Eels still sobs. Oh, no. Here we go. It doesn't matter who loses next week. Both fan bases are for 7-year-olds that say, we will say we're robbed. I don't know if Panthers fans have a leg to stand on. At least the Eels fans have a relative leg to stand on. But I don't believe that Panthers have a leg to stand on in regards to saying that. Unless something's legit. Oh, good hit. Eels shit 38 years in a row, Brown says. Especially in the last 10 years. But at least the last couple of years have been pretty good. Gives their fans some hope. Oh, that's nearly a high tackle. But at the same time, they didn't call the last one. They can't call that one. 20 minutes to go. Hit the game, guys. 20 minutes to go the game. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new around here. Eggman says, what's your favourite team? I'm a Panthers fan, man. I'm born and raised in Mount Druitt. Go to Pennies. Go to Pennies. 3rd tackle now. 45 metres out. 36 years, right? Yeah, that's right. 36 years. It's 36 years, mate. But then again, I think he's looking into the future. Go to Pennies, mate. Go to Pennies. Up, Pennies. So 5th tackle now. Left hand side of the Dogs. 35 metres out. And floating ball. The bounce will go back to Manly in a good position. So that's actually not worked out to be a good kick. And penalty to Manly. Offside against the Dogs. Jeez, that's not good. So now it's going to be a Manly ball. 20 minutes to go. Hit that thumbs up button. And subscribe if you're new. We will be streaming Roosters Rabbitohs game right after this. We will be streaming the Roosters and the Rabbitoh game right after this. Alex says, you bandwagon Blaze. I'm still a Storm fan. But now, as a Panthers fan, I'm looking forward to it. The Fairy Boy's going to lose again. Oh, jeez. Cheery me. Cheery me. Second tackle on the 45 metres out. Cap, you have a full set of teeth. There's a good call, Daz, mate. You do have a good point. But, I just broke the system. Broke the system, mate. Third tackle now, left-hand side. Here come Manly. Josh Schuster, my son, gets taken down to the 20. Fourth tackle. My son, Josh Schuster, taken down to the 20. So Lachlan Croker here, left-hand side. Chance in the Manly. Oh, 5 metres out of the line. Here they come, Manly. 5 metres out. A lot of people have bets on the doggies in this chat. Right-hand side. Kieran Foran. Pretty good kick. Oh, it's going to be a knock-on there from the doggies. Oh, no. Here come the Manly. Oh, boy. Here come the Manly. Here come the Manly. 18 and a half minutes to go of the game. And here come the Manly. The Manly. Not Manly. The Manly. Ryan Zangler says, no, I'm joking. I got Panthers winning it. Jay Trebojevic getting around it there on the bench. 18 minutes left. You're talking about since the Storm have won? Yeah, exactly right. It'll only be 0 after this year. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Speaking of Fairy Boys. Right there. Right there. So Manly here, 10 metres out from the line. They're going to roll it out right inside of Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans steps back on the inside here. 11 metres out, so he'll lose a metre. Well done. He lost the same amount of metres as the size of his neck. Well done. First tackle here, Kroger. Right-hand side, steps around. Oh! That's a huge hit by the Bulldogs. Huge hit. Desmond's getting that into you. He got it into him, all right. He got it into him. To Powell. Pass the ball there, bro. You would have numbers. Third tackle here, 5 metres out. This is a terrible attack and set from Manly, this first 3 tackles. And now they'll go right-hand side now. Forza to Schuster. Cherry Evans, neck man. Taking down 5 metres out. 4th tackle. So Lachlan Kroger now. Left-hand side. Kieran Foran. Taking down 7 metres out. Jeez, at least we've got a close game. It was 16-0 Manly, so at least we've got a close game here. Cherry Evans here. Kicks it through. It's a good kick. It's going to sit out. Oh! It's going to be a dropout. Dropout coming up here for Manly. Dropout coming up for the Manly. And Kyle Flano has to be the one to knock it dead. Dink and repeat, old Cherry, try something else. Well, it worked out for him, mate. It worked out for him. Alex, this game has put me to sleep. I need some milk. Well, it's 16-16. I don't understand how it's putting you to sleep. Woo! That's what Alex did. He wanted to wake him up, so I woke him up, baby. I woke him up. Burton here. Kicks it to the side. Oh, wow. How did Collar stop that? How did Collar grab that? Wolfman says, don't break what works. Don't break what works. Got it right. Wolfman, left-hand side, now to Manly. They'll be taking 5 minutes out. Brandon Rose said, do you got to blame Alex? Alex wanted me to wake him up. Thanks, Alex. Everyone can thank Alex for that wake-up call. Right-hand side, now to Manly. 3 minutes out. Passes, can't wait to get Tommy Turner back and go Manly. Yeah, you do need him next year, mate. Schuster rolls it back there. Cherry Evans kicks it through there for... Oh, look, Kawatu, maybe it could be a dropout. They'll call this a try. They may take this. But it's a try time, Manly! Try time to the Manly. Oh, look, Kawatu. Boom. Boom. Doesn't matter. They check it anyway. So they've called it a try, but they'll check it regardless. They'll check it regardless. Path, you're going to get timed out, but no spamming, please, my guy. Celebrate your team, but you're going to get timed out. Yep, truck and slapped you. And by the way, how about that for the old dink and repeat, Brighton? How about that one? So you hate the old repeat. Oh, that's definitely a try, surely. Yeah, it's a try. It's a try. Wolfman says, yeah, you need him bad, especially if Garrick leaves. Absolutely. Yeah, if Garrick leaves, Manly will be in trouble. That's definitely a try there for Manly. It says, does he seem confident the possible try? No, it's a try. Try confirmed. It's a definite try. Dink and repeat gets the dubs, mate. Dink and repeat gets the dub. You tried something old and got a try. As Wolfman said. Don't change. If it's not broke, don't fix it. It's not how the words go, but that's how we're going to say it. All right, that's not how the slogan. My slogan. I don't know what we're all over the shop. Jaden Cook says, which Gold Coast was top 8 from maybe next year? They will be, mate. When they're first, though. It's a live ladder. Mate. So 2016 here to Manly. 15 minutes to go here the game. Tommy says on stream what the game does. And no Manly fans at the moment, please. All the above. So Cherry Evans here for the right-hand side. Will he make it a 6-point game? Oh, he curled it away. Boomski, 15 minutes to go. It's only a 4-point game. The Suns will, though. I don't know what you're talking about, Daz, mate. The Suns won't come out tomorrow. I tell you what, the Suns will not come out tomorrow. But, you know who also won't come out tomorrow? The Richmond Tigers. You're tweaking, Jade. Jade's tweaking. Unfortunately, Jade just doesn't get it. You know? One day you'll get it, Jade. One day you'll get it, Jade. Jade tells us my dad, a Manly fan. Bet me, also a Manly fan. $20 at Manly wouldn't score for the rest of the game at half time. I just made $20. Good. Well, you owe me 10%, so thanks for the $2 donut. So, so Manly get the ball here. 10 minutes out. Jade says, yeah, one day. No, that's the live ladder right now, Jade. I don't know what you're smoking, but you're smoking something good because that is a live ladder right there. Yeah, no trolls. This is a very serious channel. Exactly right. No troll them, mate. No troll them. Just forget that Penrith. Hey, it's not my fault. That's the live ladder champion. It's not my fault. So right-hand side here for the Manly. Olakawat is away. Olakawat is away. Oh, back on the inside here. Cherry Evans, Mr. Longneck. Longneck gives it off to KO Weeks. And Weeks taking down third tackle at 25 metres out. Third tackle over to Manly. Here they come. Left-hand side. Cherry Evans with the dinky dink. The dink and repeat, Brighton. The dink and repeat has worked again. This is all Brighton's fault. Does, mate, Dogs fans, you can actually blame Brighton Robinson for this. Cherry Evans with the same old dink, repeat, has worked out as a try and a dropout and another dropout. So, you know, the old dink and repeat, I might tell you what. Jaden says, you're right, I'm high. Well, we knew that because you didn't know the Titans to the table, mate. Boyd Morgan, 53 points in total this game. Is it possible? 36 and 4. You'd need 3 tries. It's not impossible. You'd kind of want Manly to score here. And they're probably going to get a penalty here. Yep, they're going to get a penalty from... Oh, it's gone 10. What? No, the referee is behind. What? No way. Challenge... What? It did not break the plane. There's a reason why the touchy didn't go past the 10. Chet down with the $3 donation says, all right. That's bullshit. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate that. I'm going to change the coffee fund here. But that's bullshit. The touchy has not gone past the 10, so that's ridiculous. You see where the touch judge went? This doesn't go past the 10. That's nowhere close to going past the 10. That's like 7 metres. That is a shocking call there. And the touch judge was in line with where the ball went out. Why would the referee overrule the touchy there? Why would the referee overrule the touchy there? That makes absolutely no sense. I can't believe Chetel actually did that, but thank you, bro. So it's going to be second tackle here for the Dogs. That's so unfair. It would have been 22-16 too. Manly would have taken the 2. That's such a horrible call there from the referee. Overrule his touch judge, that's literally his job. Like, his job is literally to call that just there. If Manly loses this game by 2 points, it's the referee's fault at this point. Because that's a horrible call. Because that is a guaranteed 2 points and right in front. So 24. So fifth tackle here for the Dogs at the halfway point. It actually is infuriating how bad that call is. Oh, Manly get the ball here. 10 metres out. KO Weeks. He'll bring it back to the 20. 25. Not a big fan of the old referee. Fair enough though. Fair enough though. All right. So Randall says Bulldogs. They got very lucky with that. Bring back Barrow. See, Jared Ford, this is why people should listen to what I have to say. I told you this was gonna come. Manly are away here because when you sign a new coach, players play well for a couple of weeks because they know that their position is at risk. Then when they solidify their position in the team with that new coach, they go back to old ways. And this is exactly what's happening right now. It happens with the Dogs all the time. It happens with teams in sports all the time. Long neck is taking down 35 metres out. Bit dodgy, given the context of the game. It's a bit dodgy, mate. It's a bit dodgy. But I know I'm going to be having bloody pineapple pizza next week with my punishment. I can just feel it. And they'll be taking down 4 metres out. What makes Baz do gets hit in the face, play on all good, and then hit play, got to go off HIA. Oh, man, that's happened with Titans 2 weeks in a row. With Philip Sammy in the Dragons game, and then the next game, which was the Knights game with Jaden Campbell, both players get clearly head contact with the swing and arm. The Dragons one was horrific. Both games, very high tackle, and both games, no penalty. Both games, massive HIA. First one, Philip Sammy failed the HIA. There's no penalty, but failed HIA. How do you have a HIA if there's no contact with the head? Is what baffles me. That's what baffles me. How are players going off for HIAs if there's no contact with the head? So when will the referees get this right? It makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. The whole crowd went off too. It's just stupid. Eggman says, what happens if Manly win? Manly win or lose, they don't go anywhere. They finish in 11th regardless. They get 2 points. That's correct, Tommy. That is correct. So left-hand side now. The only teams this impacts is the bottom teams. Because if the Dogs lose, the Warriors/Titans, I think whoever wins that game actually goes above the Bulldogs. Maybe not the Dogs, actually. Their performance against is pretty poor. The Dogs would go... No, they'll stay up. No, actually, if the Dogs lose this game, no matter what, they finish in the bottom 4 this year. No matter what, they'll be at least in the bottom 4 because the Warriors or Titans win tomorrow, and no matter what, one of those teams will go above them. So right-hand side of a Manly, 4th tackle here, and it's going to be Olakawatu who gets his ball about 40 metres out. So if the Dogs lose this game, no matter what, they will go to 13th minimum this week. And they will finish bottom 4 for the year. Charged down there by the Dogs. That's stupid. That's going to be a fresh 60 for Manly. Bookmakers, I'd like to check it. Weren't the Dogs playing good under Potter and then Serraldo announced and the Dogs went crap? I disagree with that. I can understand where you're getting that understanding from. I can get it. But what I'll say is that players play well for the first couple of weeks under a new coach and then after that fall apart because they've already solidified their spot with a new coach. When Serraldo comes in, they probably win the first couple of games next year. I still don't think the Dogs are right there, though. I just don't believe in Serraldo. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. But they're going to full preseason. Got BKRmy kick-out coming next year. Read Marnie. See how they go. Be interesting. Why you want to call me Auntie? Oh, okay, Weeks! Just steal the game! Oh, good tackle. Good tackle. Doesn't Dogs of War. Mate, you got 20 points here in wet weather conditions. And you're losing to a terrible Manly side that conceded 44 to the Titans 2 weeks ago. I don't know about Dogs of War here, Chumpo. Chumpo! Chumpo! 2024, 2025 to make the 8. I agree. I think 2024 is more likely a scenario there for Dogs to make the 8. Give them another year. They've got their coach that they would prefer long-term now. Plus also they've got those few players coming next year. Get time to gel. Still your halves a bit... How you going though? Like I don't believe Kyle Flanagan's the guy to take you to the next level. You know, and I really don't think that Avarillo is that great of a fullback either. I think that overall, the only good guy in your spine right now is Burton, and he needs help. So Reid Marnie will be helpful, but I still think that spine's pretty underwhelming. Ooh, I'll be in obstruction nearly. Not been Dogs of War for ages. Oh man, 2014 Dogs of War. Like that was the last time they were Dogs of War. 2015 maybe. Oh, good tackle there. 5th tackle at the 42. But Daz, mate, is Daz, mate. You'll know what the Dogs fans in this channel. We have a lot of them. They're very delusional. Specifically Daz, mate, who wants Belmore to be... who names Belmore as the best ground in the world. Left-hand side of him, Manly. Manly away here. Manly away here. Manly away here. The Manly! The Manly! Oh, taking down the 42. That one there is a violation, personally. I wouldn't have it. So right inside his second tackle. It's still 7 minutes to go. It's only a 4-point game. The hype behind Serraldo is ridiculous. It's only Dogs fans, Jared. It's only Dogs fans. I'm telling you. It is only Dogs fans. But that's what happened last year. Remember when they also didn't make the 8? They got the wooden spoon. I kept trying to say, you're probably going to be finishing, around... Oh, jeez, that's backwards. Would disagree with that call against Manly. I would disagree with that call. Who's your team, Eggy the Roosters? He's a Titans fan, Eggman. Humpty's a Titans fan. So 6 minutes to go. Sabby says full time 16-20. Okay, bye. Maybe, but there's still 6 minutes to go. And the Dogs are going to have the ball here. 40 metres out. So there's still time in, mate. There's still time here. Champion. Still time here. Nathan Ward with your $8 due donation. Bing boom. Thank you very much, Nathan Ward. We have to change this coffee fundamundos to $66. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. Wolfman says, Dogs, though, they crap. They aren't like the Tigers or Dragons. Give hope and then fade. Yeah, the Dogs kind of do the opposite of that. They shoot you down early on, and then you can win a couple of games, and then you think you're good for next year, and they'll shoot you down early on again. It's how the cookie crumbles here with Canterbury. Oh, bad pass there from the Dogs. They go right inside, 40 metres out, 4 tackle. Jeez, not many metres been made in the set either. Muhammad Bitarek says, Rooster, we will be showing the Roosters Rabbitohs game right after this, guys, so subscribe if you're new around here. We'll be going straight live about 5 minutes after this game finishes with that. Left hand side with the Doggies. Here they go. Oh, no, it's gone back to, yikes. Their passing's been poor. But shoop, right hand side here to Fatala Mariner. Fatala Mariner here. Who's going to finish off the season the better here? Manly going to get a win to finish off their year, or the Dogs going to do it? I'm not too sure right now. The boy in Morgan says, yeah, I kiss my multi goodbye. Well played the Dogs, though, so far. I don't know how well played they've been, but here's the chance here still for the Dogs. Knock on Manly! Oh, the Doggies! 10 minutes out! Oh, it's going to be a try on the Dogs! Oh, Flanner's going to run inside! It's going to be a try. They'll check this. They will check this, but the Dogs will score a try. They will check this, though. There is a lot of bouncing around with the ball here. I don't know if they're going to give this. I feel like there might be a play up top. I think there might be a knock-on up top, but we'll see. So they just whack that ball up high, Flano. We have to go closer there to see what Avarilo's hands do. It's a great offload there, however, from Tavita Cat Jr. Yeah, where's Sabby? Exactly right. Not an easy kick here with the Dogs, though. Let's have a look here. Burton. That's fine. I don't think Avrilo touches that. So I actually think this is a fair try. I think it's a fair try. And kind of good there by Flano to actually, heads up play and running about 5 metres. All right, so it will be a kick here from the right-hand sideline. This is not an easy kick, but Burton probably should get this. All right. Here we go. Here's a pressure kick. It is a pressure kick here. Right-hand side, tied game, 20-20. Who will come out on top? This is why you never give up until the end of the game, guys. How many times do you guys hear me tell Muppets in the chat it's not over until it's over? Honestly, at least 20 times a stream in the first half. Of the first half, so the first 20 minutes, at least 20 times. 1 time per minute. So confirmed try there. Let's see if they get the kick from the right-hand side. It's a tough kick. Oh, it's not actually that tough. It's not actually that bad. He should be able to get this. Burton's got the mama mentality. Oh, yeah. Well, it worked out for him in Origin. So Burton here from the right-hand side. It's typical Manly knock-on that led to the opposition scoring a try there in the match. You can't blame Manly too much for that, but in the same sense, it wasn't great. 4 minutes to go. He'll give him a 2-point lead if he gets it. He'll give him a 2-point lead if he gets it here. Here we go. Matt Burton to make it 22-20 with 4 minutes to go. Matt Burton will... No! Tasmane's not happy with that. That's a bad miss there from Burton. That is a bad miss from Burton. My goodness. My goodness. All right, so 3 minutes 45 to go here of the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We've got a big game, Roosters Rabbitohs after this, but this game, we might be going extra time here, lads. Oh my God, Munster kicked better. At least with Munster, that was an easy kick. Blake asks, is this about to go golden points next game? This about to go into the next game? Yeah, it will be. And well, they'll delay the next game. They'll delay it for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. All right, it just means that I'll be late for the next game, the Roosters Rabbitohs game. Because I'll have to swap a few things around. All right, so first tackle now here for the Doggies, left-hand side. And they will get taken down now at the 15. Second tackle. Surely this goes to golden point, yes. How does golden point sound? Mate, it sounds like a golden point, all right. It sounds like an all right little golden point there. So third tackle now for the Doggies. They're 22 metres out from their own line. They'll delay it because they would want to show off the stadium. Exactly right. Exactly right. So Dogs now get this ball to the 35. Get collar try, so get a bet return. Oh, yeah, you didn't get race to 20. That's right. So, actually, no, yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah, Manly raced to 20. Manly did race to 20. Manly won at 12. Oh, and it was after first try after 8. Oh, boy. So the ball goes up there, and... Oh! It's a knock on from the Manly! So the Dogs will get an attack and set here. 25 metres out here, knock on from the Manly. Imagine, like, in wet weather conditions trying to catch that Burton bomb there. Like, what are you doing, brother? The Burton bomb prevails. Honestly, you just have to let it bounce. You just do. You have to trust that someone's going to get it. You can't try and catch that. Especially not in these conditions. You just have to not try and catch that. Manly knock on, who would have thought? I think everyone. Yeah, I think everyone. Even Manly. All right, so do they go for the field goal here in these conditions, though? Burton would obviously go for it. But do they go for the field goal in these conditions? It's been poor conditions all game. Here we go. Dogs here, 20 minutes out. 2 minutes to go here. When do they go for it as well? When do they go for it? First tackle now. They're 13 minutes out. There's no way that's a penalty there. So left-hand side now. And they'll give it off. They'll be 15 minutes out. Second tackle, 10 meters out of the line. Here come the doggies. When do they go for it? Marshall King, they're going to go for it already. On second tackle. On. He's got it. All right, minute 30 to go here. He's got it. Minute 30 to go. Not over yet, though, lads. Not over yet. But minute 30 to go here for the doggies to hold out and win this game. All right, so it's 21-20 here. A left foot slap. A left foot slap. It's good pressure there from from Martin Tapau. So there we go. All right. Desi gone for a record 7 losses in a row. 21-20. Bridget says Tookie to the win tonight. I've gone the Tooks, Bridget. I'll be streaming the next game too. So I'll be seeing you guys and talking to you about that in about 5 minutes time on the other stream. If this doesn't go to extra time. But there's still a minute and a half to go here. Sabby, where are you? Hey, Sabby, this is why you don't talk the nonsense. You don't talk about it. All right, so Manly now put that ball up in the air. Oh, he's lost the ball there, dogs. It's a knock on, Manly ball. Oh, no, wait. Oh, hell, no. No, referee. No, referee. That's a knock on every day of the week. Oh, man, why do referees always do this nonsense? It's a drop ball there from the Dogs. It should have been Manly ball. What a way to end the game, referee. It's a clear knock-on there from the Dogs on the first touch at the 40. Why does this always happen? I tip the Dogs. Like, I'm okay with that. But, like, how are you missing that, referee? How have you missed that? So now it's given Manly fans an excuse to believe they've lost, they've been robbed as well. Can you see match at the top 4 win the premiership? Yeah, the Roosters. The Storm could, but I don't believe it will. So, third tackle now. I don't know if Manly get the ball back here. That's 2 dodge calls in favour of the Dogs in the last 10. I would agree. 25 seconds to go here. Left-hand side, Burton now. No, 10 minutes says, can someone please explain a knock-on to an American? It's simply not catching the ball clean. Dropping the ball forward. You can't drop the ball forward. Fourth tackle here for the Dogs. They're 25 metres out, right-hand side. And the Dogs will be taken down at the 20. 5 seconds to go here. They don't need to play the ball. He doesn't need to play the ball. There we go, guys. The Dogs will win the game. 21-20. A few controversial calls late on there that will get the Dogs to win. But in the same sense, Manly just dreadful in that second half. And just they went up to a firing start, but fell away pretty quickly once they started conceding points. So there we go, guys. I'm going to jump off immediately because I have to jump on for that Roosters-Rabbitohs game that starts in about 5-10 minutes time. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new and here, and I will see you in 5 minutes time for the next game. Alright, guys, appreciate you. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.